Oh, you know what I love?
Sports.
I love sports.
Sports.
When it comes to Texas A&M.
Where are you getting this information?
Let me tell you.
Welcome to TexAgs.
It's here. It's time. There's always a buzz in the air when you hit this moment.
He is a guy that has gotten better and better and better. He's just got that dog in him.
We will develop men. We will graduate players, and we will win championships on the field.
I think of him as this hawk. Before long, he's going to be swooping in on those quarterbacks.
Coach Elko's my guy, right? Like, I love him. I love Michael Early. Like, I think Bucky's going to be incredible.
It's football, man. And that's what Warriors do, and they don't want to sit out.
And this is a real program. It's not fake. This is a real place. And if you want to be really good at football, this is a really good place to be.
You know, if I'm betting on anybody, it's the Aggies.
How was the Lombardi last night?
Well, it was long. It was a long day, but getting a chance to meet those guys was interesting, you know. And, of course, Cassius Howe was great as always and very open about, you know, what all it meant to him. When we told him that he was the SEC Defensive Player of the Year, he didn't know.
Oh, he didn't know.
And he was just overwhelmed.
Oh, that's great.
He's like, what? And I said, yeah, it's just announced. And he's like, and then we asked him again later when other people were, and I guess he had some time to use your word, process. Marinate on it a little bit. And then he just, you know, gave such great, heartfelt responses. But Jacob Rodriguez, really nice kid, man. Yeah. Really impressed with him. So it was, like I said, it was a long day. I was a little disappointed that Cassius didn't win it, but hey, he was one of just 4 finalists as he deserved to be. And you know, you really can't say Rodriguez isn't deserving, right? So all those guys were deserving.
Yeah, that's great. Was it at the Hilton Americas?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. So,
good event?
Well, it could have been scheduled a little more.
You were there all day.
Yeah. They're going to do, hey, we're going to have the interviews with the finalists at 1:30, but we're going to have the ceremony beginning at like 7 and change.
Right.
So it seems like.
And they made the announcements not till 9, probably.
Right. Yeah. Jackie Sherrill was the one that announced the.
Okay.
Elko was there. Datwin was there.
Yeah.
Hugh Green.
Yeah.
Did he play for Jackie at Pitt? Probably he might have been after Jackie, but he was there as as one of the former recipients. Ray Childress was there.
Okay.
So
good old Ray.
Yeah. So it was. I mean, it was a big event, like it always is. But it seems like, if my memory serves, like 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, when I went there for Kenyon Green when he was it seems like they did the interviews just like an hour or 2 at the most before the ceremony.
Right.
So you covered that event, or you did the interviews, you wrote something, or you videoed something and downloaded it, you know, depending on what form of media you are.
Yep. And
then you went straight to the event. So it was just, it was inconvenient, but still it was, you know, it was a nice event to see, and for an Aggie to be there and honored, and yeah, that made it worthwhile.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Cassius for a moment too. And we'll go through some of these other awards. 11.5 sacks, generating 41 quarterback pressures according to Pro Football Focus. Sack total the most by an Aggie since
Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett. Yep, exactly right. So phenomenal season, and hopefully we can continue to add to that sack total.
Yeah,
we can't. Like, I have anything to do with it. Hopefully he can do that.
Yeah, hopefully he can have some games like he had against LSU or Utah State, or I think he had a big game against Mississippi State as well.
Hey, Billy Liucci confirming reports about Jay Bateman is out, and it says Hemphill is going to be the new DC. Apparently, it's already posted on our premium board. So if you are not a premium subscriber, you're missing out on the breaking news as it happens. Billy Liucci is reporting, and I'll just maybe read a little bit from it. First sources, Mike Elko is already his replacement in the building, former James Madison defensive coordinator, Lyle Hemphill, more in a bit. So there you go.
Interesting.
I know they were super excited when they brought him into the building,
right.
Lyle Hemphill last year. They were super excited about him.
Yeah, I wonder how much different the defensive play calling responsibilities will be next year.
Yeah.
Maybe not at all. And I have no problem with that, with Elko running things. But, you wonder if he gives Hemphill a little more slack or whatever.
Yeah, potentially. So we'll be reacting to that and throughout the show. We'll move on with some of these awards. Trey Zune receiving the Jacob Blocking Trophy as the league's top offensive lineman, voted by the conference head coaches in the SEC office.
Did he share that with somebody?
I believe he did. I believe that. I'm just reading this headline right now.
And well deserved. I mean, how many times have we seen Trey Zune be the offensive lineman of the week? And I'm sure he's given up a sack. They haven't given up many.
It says right here, Zune owns the nation's highest pass blocking grade at 96.9 and surrendered just a single sack on 382 pass snaps in 12 regular season games.
Yeah, I mean, he's been excellent. Their best offensive lineman, and now they're saying, not only is he A&M's best offensive lineman, he's the best offensive lineman in the SEC.
Yep, and we're going to get Billy Liucci on the phone at 8:20, or we'll actually probably hit a break a little early so we can get to Billy and chat with him about that. So big news about Jay Bateman. And then, let's see, Casey Concepcion, the Paul Hornig Award for the most versatile player in the country.
I don't know who could be more versatile than KC. Heck, I think if you threw him out there at cornerback, you'd finally get some interceptions. What a marvelous, magnificent addition Casey Concepcion has been. Man, what a great player.
He's got an infectious personality. Mm-hmm. He plays football the way I think everybody wants their football player to play. He plays with speed, aggression. He is the hardest to tackle on that team, I feel like. The way and I know he's not the biggest frame, right? Uh-huh. But when he hits, he hits. He doesn't avoid the contact.
We both talked about it when it was first announced that he was coming here. Mm-hmm. And say, man, did you see what this guy did at NC State? I remember we're talking about the big game against Clemson, things like that. So we had great expectations.
He's exceeded
them.
I think both he and Mario have exceeded anything that I thought from them.
Yeah, Mario, we knew he was spectacular, but
I didn't think he was going to be almost 1,000 yards spectacular.
It probably would be if he didn't get hurt.
Yeah. And then one more little headline to get into.
Okay.
Sharon Moore, gone from Michigan.
No more.
The rumors, the hints were out there for a long time. And I didn't know, and there's some reports out of what actually happened yesterday. Not reports. There are rumors out. I'm not going to get into rumors. I hope that nothing bad has transpired other than what we already know. But apparently he's fired for cause. Not apparently. He was fired for cause for an inappropriate relationship. And you think about Michigan, the proud Michigan program, the amount of scandal that they've been a part of the last few years.
Yeah, personally, I didn't think the whole seat on the signs
was that big of a deal.
Right? That's sport. But from what we're hearing about this with Sharon Moore, and so I don't even think Sharon Moore should have been suspended for a couple of games, right? Remember, was it last year?
Yeah. I think he'd split it up between, it's supposed to be next year too, one more game, yeah.
But, this whole issue makes you think, he never should have been the head coach because he can't make wise decisions. Gosh, what a... that you have certain clauses in your contract that could cost you up to $20 million. Mm-hmm. What are you thinking with when you put those in jeopardy? I think we know what you're thinking with.
Yeah, I mean, you're. I don't even want to go down that path, but it is shocking how many times that has caused careers. I'll just leave it at that. And families and relationships.
His wife is going to be very rich. I mean, she already is, but now she's going to be richer on her own.
I saw memes yesterday. Remember that one CEO that was caught at the sporting event with his assistant? And, yeah. They had Sharon's face on it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly. In fact, maybe it's because I don't have, as they say, it's easy to avoid temptation as you get older because temptation avoids you.
Chris Rock, we just talked about it at the top of the show.
So maybe it's easy for me to say, dude, you're married, just, do things right.
Well, I'm not even saying, now I'm more curious about what does Michigan do? So there's a couple things that I found interesting about what happened. I don't know if they've been sitting on this, but it feels like they've been sitting on this. There were tweets about this a couple weeks ago, about this exact thing. This is not new. So it seems to me that they did their investigation and strategically waited till after National Signing Day. Not that you can stop people from leaving, but it makes it an extra hurdle. Okay? And now all the coaches are hired unless, joke's coming.
No, keep going.
Okay. Unless they already know who it is going to be.
Yeah.
Or they're like, all right, I think it's going to be this particular coach who's in the college football playoffs, and maybe he's an 8 or a 9 seed. We got to see if he keeps winning.
Yeah. I just think all this explains why, Michigan had kind of a... Never mind.
Just say it. Unless it's going to get us in trouble. Is it going to get us in trouble?
Well, it's already blown it because I was going to say that, see, by not keeping a straight face, if I could have delivered it with a straight face, I would have said, now you kind of understand why they had a subpar season because, in practice or whatever, Sharon Moore might have told us, look, you got to hit it. And there was confusion about what he was talking about. Meaning the field goal or like a tackle.
If it does not fit, you must acquit, OB, all right?
Well, we'll find out if he gets acquitted.
Well, so what do they do?
Fired. What I hope they do is hire Kalen DeBoer just so we have even more
chaos. I kind of want it too. I want the theater.
But, DeBoer had said before that he's not leaving, he's happy and all this, but let's,
I've never heard that before, ever.
About DeBoer?
About a coach. He's happy, he's not leaving. I've never seen that
that's
before.
True. But, DeBoer is one of these Midwestern guys that, they tend to tell the truth.
Would they call Lane?
Huh?
Would they call Lane?
God, I hope so.
God, that would be the best. He's not even listed as a potential target, but that would be the best theater, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it really would.
You're going to go from that scandal and bring... I don't think so. Usually you get away from the I think Kalen DeBoer fits more the profile of what they're looking to do next.
I think Kalen DeBoer would be a good fit. I think Kalen DeBoer would be a better fit at Michigan than he is at Alabama.
I agree with that. And I don't think Alabama would hire Lane Kiffin, by the way.
They want to win.
They do, but didn't they ask him to leave during the playoff run?
They had Nick Saban.
Yeah. But I think they know a lot more about him than, say, maybe LSU does.
I think you know what you're getting with Lane. You just, take your chances. And hey, you're going to win.
Would he leave LSU?
Oh, shit. Heck yeah, he would win LSU. He would leave LSU. I mean, do I have a hat on sideways?
I didn't even notice. You have a hat on sideways?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I
don't see hats.
The answer is yes.
This is TexAgs Live. We are presented by David Gardner's Jewelers. We are in the Rollo Insurance Studio. It is the Go Hour, presented by The Warehouse at CC Creations. And I did say the hour, right? Go Hour, presented by The Warehouse. And we are currently hanging out at
the Holistic Planning Cool Zone.
And if you were to give out the phone number in like a Run DMC way with hand movements and everything, how would you do it?
I don't know if I can. I would just say, look, I'm not going to try to do that. I'm just going to be Olin Buchanan. Okay. I'm going to say, look, the phone number is 797
979.
Or see, I did it right. It's 979.
Go back to rap mode.
979 693 1150, and then beep 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 beep. All this bad language, and then 1150.
1980s rapper Olin Buchanan with us here.
David asked me to put that on.
Can we cut that and put that on social, or at least for me? Let me post that out. Send that to me. Let's go around the room quickly and say hi to the people because we got to get to Billy Liucci here at 8:20. Behind the glass is our. Did I say Holistic Planning Cool Zone?
Yeah, Holistic Planning Cool Zone.
I said it right.
Yeah.
I want to make sure.
I actually said it.
You said it. Okay.
I said the Holistic Planning Cool Zone.
Behind the glass is Cade Bickham.
Hello, hello. How are y'all doing this morning?
Hello, Kate. How are you?
I'm good. May I interest you in another potential name for the Michigan job that Michigan fans may not like, but
Jed Fish.
He has ties. Well, interesting. Good name. Brian Kelly.
I'm sorry. For some reason,
He suggested Brian Kelly.
At Michigan?
I would suggest Jimbo Fisher before Brian Kelly.
At Michigan?
Yeah.
Well, they already failed with one guy from West Virginia at Michigan, Rich Rod. But Brian Kelly?
I think he's got to go to a lower tier job before Michigan.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's going to be fascinating. Maybe Michigan will call Lane Kiffin.
Yeah. All right, let's go quickly to the Angry Elephant News and Social Center. Alex, scoot over.
Morning.
That was so awkward. I said your name like a game show. You're like, hello. Hi, sir. Hey, Alex, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How are y'all?
Tell us something good.
Yeah, so this is the 28th different college football coach that has had to deal with a head coach leaving or getting fired. So just adding to the coaching carousel. It's just insane. How many
28 coaches.
Yeah, this has to be the craziest.
After Sharon Moore's the 28th head coach.
So which means it'll probably be 29.
Yes, 100%.
And maybe 30.
And then
It never ends.
It's going to never end.
I mean, if they take somebody, yeah.
Until somebody hires like a coordinator.
Right.
What about Steve Sarkisian of Michigan? Did y'all see that?
I tend to think that Steve is happy at Texas. I don't know. I know there were reports about the NFL, but I tend to think he seems. I
kind of believe if he leaves Texas, it'll be for the NFL.
Yeah.
I think he fits Texas more than he would fit Michigan. Texas will probably give you a little more leeway than Michigan does.
And I haven't heard anything about him being unhappy there. I mean, I haven't at least. No. So I don't think so.
Yeah.
What else?
And then this is a question. Brad Duncan in the YouTube chat said, do you think Elko is wanting to be able to trust someone else with play calling duties to focus on, just being a head coach?
The way he always talks about it, OB, is it's a collaborative effort anyway, right? He's going to be, just like the offense, he says, I'm involved in everything. Like I think that's the case. He might give a little bit more leeway if somebody proves that to him.
Right. I think you hit the nail on it. You prove it to me. And, and then I'll earn my trust and I'll trust you.
Yeah. Let's, sorry, Alex, we're going to cut it short because we get Billy Liucci next. So,
okay.
And Billy can talk for a little bit. So we'll hit a break. OB?
Yeah.
Before Jay Bateman leaves.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Anybody else who's rumored to leave or Colin Klein who's already late. Before they leave, they need to have a good lunch before they leave.
Yeah.
Before they get on that flight. Before
you go, have that one last experience with amazing Texas barbecue at 1775. Of course, then you may not want to.
Yeah, that's the thing. It might be a better place if you're trying to recruit somebody to come,
absolutely.
Right? As opposed to if they're already leaving, all right, go.
Like whoever you want for, anytime someone leaves a job, someone else comes open, And so you say, hey, if you got somebody in mind, bring them in, take them to 1775 barbecue. Say, look, let me try some of this succulent brisket. And let me try some of this jalapeno cheese sausage. Yeah, I said it. Jalapeno cheese sausage and have some pork ribs. And I got this. So have some turkey. It's amazing. And then try this queso mac and cheese. And then they're like, hey, where do I sign? Where do I sign up to eat more of this barbecue? I do it by signing up with A&M. Put the old John Hancock on there and
done.
Case closed. It's done.
1775. It's so delicious. 1775. TXBBQ.com or call them up 979-492-6241.
It's good.
Hey guys, David Nuño here to talk about our new partners with EventPipe. They are a leader in hotel booking technology, and now they're giving you a chance to support Aggie student athletes every time that you travel. thanks to their partnership with United and EventPipe. Whether you're heading into a game, a business trip, or family vacation, every room that you book comes with cash back in the pockets of Aggie athletes. That's a wonderful deal. And with EventPipe, you'll get discounted hotel rates up to 20% lower than the major travel sites while enjoying a fast, easy booking process. They've even created Presto, EventPipe's quick launch booking solution. It lets organizations build branded hotel sites powered by live hotel inventory, making it simple to book the perfect stay. So next time you want to book a trip, do it the smart way with EventPipe and support Texas Aggies NIL through United. Visit their website, tau.eventpipe.com. We're back here on TexAgs Live. We're presented by David Gardner's Jewelers. We are in the Rollo Insurance Studio. It is the Go Hour presented by The Warehouse at CC Creations. He's Olin Buchanan.
He's David Nuño.
I'm David Nuño. College Game Day will be here on Saturday morning. I heard a rumor about who might be the celebrity guest picker, but I don't think it's real. I think it was just an internet thing.
I think it was.
Yeah.
We're talking about Jimbo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, that can't be real because
Yeah.
it wasn't anywhere. So they usually don't announce that till what, the day before? A couple days
Maybe
before?
they make Liucci the guest picker.
Yeah. Or maybe Pate?
Maybe Pate. Maybe there's plenty of great former players that you could. Maybe Miles Garrett.
That'd be fantastic.
He might be busy though.
Yeah. We're working on getting Billy Liucci here on the program to react to Jay Bateman leaving A&M for the job at Lexington. And I like Jay. I had a couple encounters with him. Thought he did a nice job this year. The team definitely was better defensively than they were a year ago. I do want to read this from Matt Tackle on the YouTube page because it goes back to Alex's commentary at the end of the first segment about the Michigan job opening, and he had suggested, what about Sark? And Matt Tackle says, Sark taking a job at Michigan with them having a bowl game coming up against each other would be wild. Meltdown, SIP fan base. Can't say I wouldn't love it. Yeah, that would be hilarious.
If it could ever happen, this is the year. This is the craziest year ever for coaches. So, yeah, that could happen. I kind of wish, what I'm trying to say is that Ole Miss would have hired Summerall, and then he could have coached in the bowl game against the team he's going to coach.
That would be pretty cool. I think we do have Billy Liucci now on the Buppy's Catering and Bartending Hotline. Our executive editor, or co-owner, Billy Liucci. Good morning, buddy.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, so the news this morning, you've made it official. Looks like Jay Bateman is heading out to Lexington, and then Lyle Hemphill to be the new DC.
Yep, so I don't know where the Lexington one came out of, and our man Tony Catalina put that out about Hemphill. That was definitely the case. Tony does great work over there at the Statesman, so we love him getting the credit. But, yeah, not a surprise at all. If you would say that Bateman was out, that's exactly what Mike Elko was going to do. And I think that's exactly why Mike Elko brought Lyle Hemphill in a year ago. Not to just, there was no secret that Jay Bateman was kind of looking around a year ago at this time. You saw his name linked to several jobs. It didn't ever materialize. It did this week with Kentucky. So it's just something that I don't think was at all unexpected, not just in terms of at the end of this season, but also just in general. I think that's kind of the way this has been trending since the end of last year, and with Elko taking over the reins of the defense, and just wanted someone, and I think that was more intimately familiar in lockstep with what he's going to do with that A&M defense, which is what he did this year.
So it's kind of a win-win for all parties?
I think so, for sure. I think Bateman will be happy. I think it fits, like I said, it fits in with exactly what Elko's wanting to do. As you know, we wrote about it a year ago at this time. I think Elko told me a year ago that was his first hire as a defensive coordinator at Hofstra. His first ever defensive coordinator job, first ever hire was Lyle Hemphill. So they go back that far. They go back a long, long ways. Obviously had him on staff at Duke when he was there. And I don't think they crossed over, did they, at Wake? But he got there, I think 17, which was when Elko was 1 year at Notre Dame. But they maybe crossed over in the offseason. I'm sure Elko was probably why he got hired there, having been DC.
Billy, this is, the price of having a great season is to lose coordinators, and now A&M is entering the playoffs with, I don't know why I said it like that, by the way, LB, with both coordinators on their way out.
Yeah, no question. It was, and I don't think that'll be the end of staff attrition. I think you had some guys that were on 2-year deals when Elko got here, and one that were operating on 1-year deals this year. So I think there'll be a little more of that. Just, I don't know if I'm talking about 1 or 2, but I think you'll see. I don't think this will be the end of the staff attrition. I think there's a guy or two that could move up in terms of a non-lateral move if given the opportunity. So we'll see.
Billy,
but I think the way this is set up, guys, on the defensive side, is it's just going to be Mike Elko looking to get, upgrade every chance he gets in terms of what he thinks for his staff, in terms of running his defense and running it the way that he thinks can win A&M a championship.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Billy, do you think that that Mike is likely to give Hemphill more responsibility than maybe Bateman had this year, and Elko really running the defense, or do you think it'll be continue Elko running the defense with Hemphill giving some input?
Can I say both? Because I think that's what it'll be. I think there'll be a little bit more, but I think it's worked out well for Elko this way this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think he'll change it too much. But I do think there is a different level of trust there and familiarity with Hemphill, and just in terms of knowing that, let's just say like that, Hemphill is more of an extension of Mike Elko. In that, I guess that would be a good way to put it, is that Elko probably feels confident that he's a little more of an extension of himself out there.
Billy, I don't know if we know this yet, but do you expect Jay to still help out throughout the playoffs the way Colin is?
I have not asked that yet, and will here shortly. That part I don't know. That one, I don't know the answer to that, so I'll check. It wouldn't either way would not surprise me. Let's put it that way. I mean, either way would not surprise me. And they would prefer, I'm sure, Jay Bateman to stay here. I mean, he is your linebackers coach, guys, and it's not like he's not a central component to that whole operation on that side of the ball. It's not like they put him in the corner after last year. I mean, I don't want to make it sound like Bateman didn't play a significant role, because he did. And so, yeah, I mean, I think optimally he'd stay. And again, he's not only coaching linebackers, but he's very much a part of the week-to-week game planning, game day operation. So perfect world. Yeah, Bateman stays through the playoff. And again, why not? Signing day's over. Portal doesn't open until January 2nd. If they win a couple playoff games, and these things become a little more hectic for these people like him and Klein, but I think that's one of those things you can worry about when you get there. And at that point, you're playing for an actual championship, which only helps you at your next job in terms of just kind of your cachet, your brand, what you're bringing to places like K-State, Kentucky.
We can't crawl into somebody's mind, but I would think that given the opportunity, Bateman would stay or would want to, because how often do you get a chance to coach in the playoff and have a chance to be part of actually winning a national championship if it comes to that?
Yeah, and exactly. And then again, what are you doing in Lexington or Manhattan right now versus what you could be doing? Just like you said, a competitor, it's the profession you're in. Both those guys have obviously played a role in A&M getting there. This is their baby as well, to whatever degree it is. So, yeah, I would expect that, but definitely going to check and make sure.
Would Hemphill be the linebackers coach then?
I think Hemphill's more on the back end, honestly.
Right.
So that's
find somebody to coach linebacker.
Yeah, that's what I would think. I mean, Olin, you're asking me questions that I've had 10 minutes, so I haven't.
But you are Billy Liucci, however.
You're asking me the questions that I'm going to ask. but I think
like a good reporter.
Answer, so yeah, it's like you're prepping me to do my questions. But yeah, I think I know the answer to that. But that's what I believe. So yeah, I would expect them to go in the direction of a linebackers coach.
Hey, Billy, before we let you go, buddy, we'll talk about it tomorrow, I'm sure, but just your reaction to the whole Michigan fiasco.
I mean, that's insane. I mean, a lot of people I've talked to in football, they were expecting it. I hadn't heard anything about it, but a lot of people I talked to that cover college football, that one, I guess, had just been floating around as they knew this was happening. There's a lot of people, and I'm not talking about the people that go, I heard this, couldn't say anything, but these are the ones that I know. It's kind of like people do that with me, and the people go, oh, he just says it. if you know what I do, then you know I know. So just stop it. And there are people around the country in college football that didn't report anything about Sharon Moore, that if you know what they do, you know they know. They knew ahead of time. And so lots of people I talked to said, yeah, this has been coming down the pike. But it's shocking to me, and I think to the whole country. It's Michigan. Between the sign stealing and this, man, they ought to go hire Clark Lee or something. They got to get somebody in there that's just going to be stable and really good and just presents dignity in class and what a messy situation. But that aside, I am very interested in who they're going to hire and what dominoes that sends in that, into motion. I mean, obviously we know about everyone talks about DeBoer and is Alabama ready to be really happy that he bolts and goes and takes that job? It's already the hot rumor. The name I heard that I could see would be like a Jed Fish at Washington. Would he bounce from Arizona to Washington to Michigan that quickly? I can't imagine how he'd say no. He was an assistant there under Harbaugh. But man, if it's something different, if it's something like a Kalen DeBoer and that Bama one opens up, then what? I mean, my gosh, how fascinating would that be after the fact? If of all this coaching cycle that has been the wildest we've ever seen, and if you put together the list of teams involved, right? If you put that list together, it's insane to just look at it in writing and say, hey, all the Cole Kubelik, I think, posted it. I hand you a piece of paper, he said, and told you these jobs will come open at the end of the year. And then if you go Michigan, Alabama to cap it all off, I mean, we've never seen anything like this, OB. You've been doing this forever.
Yeah,
I don't think there's ever been anything close.
As far as the coaching carousel goes, this is like the equivalent of 2007 during the season.
Right.
This is the off season or coaches carousel. This is bizarre.
Yeah, it's wild. And again, if you cap it off with, you've already done LSU and Auburn and Florida. If you cap that off with Michigan and Alabama, I mean, my God.
Do you think folks at LSU are paranoid right now?
Yeah. And everybody's making fun of Desmond Howard. And they're like, what if people are going, what if he knew all along that Michigan's going after Sark? And then people are going, no, what if he knew that Michigan was getting DeBoer and that Alabama was going after Sark? So, I mean, I think everybody gets a little excited and carried away. I mean, look at all these jobs and what they've really resulted in. Lane Kiffin's really been the only mega name that's moved, right? I mean, but you had Brian Kelly go to Notre Dame to LSU. You had Lincoln Riley from OU to USC, Jimbo from Florida State to A&M. So it's not common, but if you tell me that Michigan wants DeBoer and that DeBoer doesn't think that that Bama's the fit long term, and it hasn't gone that well, that one is not out of the realm of possibility. And then if that's the case, Alabama is not making a small-time hire. So these are when you start talking about these potential seismic shifts. I just have a feeling that Michigan one will be a little more conventional and less earth-moving as it could potentially be. I think it'll be a little bit more conventional, where they go and hire somebody that takes a step up from where they're at to Ann Arbor.
Billy, I appreciate it, man. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right. See you, bud.
See ya. Billy Liucci there on the Puppy's Catering and Bartending Hotline. We'll hit a break. We'll come back. Stephen McGee. We're way late for Stephen, already 10 minutes late. Right now, we're talking Duck Camp. You are a billboard for Duck Camp.
I am.
You are the model.
I got the Duck Camp hoodie underneath, and then I got the heavier hoodie.
How many layers of clothes do you have on? It looks like 8.
Probably 3 I got, because I always wear a T-shirt.
Okay.
And then I got the duck camp.
The Henley?
That's not a Henley, I don't think. But it's a hoodie.
The hoodie.
It's just the light hoodie that you talk about.
The lightweight,
and then I got the heavy hoodie, and then I got the hat.
Yeah.
So I'm duck camping it.
Yeah. So you've basically if you could do this more often, we can just do we don't even have to do a wardrobe change.
If I could get the duck camp pants.
Yeah. I wish they made breakaway pants.
I used to have some duck camp shorts, but I don't know what I've done with them.
Yeah.
Some breakaways, I just stand up and yank them off.
And have that thong that you wear on. Yeah.
Yeah. When I wear it, when I do that, I say, I'm a duck.
Okay, stop. Duck camp. Oh, well played. Oh, my God. That's so graphic, yet funny. Duckcamp.com, built for the outdoors, designed for everything else. And we're back. It is TexAgs Live. We're presented by David Gardner's Jewelers Rollo Insurance Studio. Time for our weekly conversation with Stephen McGee, our QB1 and your financial quarterback at Paragon Financial Advisors, helping you call the right place for your financial future. What's up, man?
Morning.
Two texts came in that I think we need to address. One says, OB needs a haircut.
I do. I definitely
John
do.
in Cyprus like, we got to get this guy a haircut.
It's true. I feel like Eric Hyman. I'm walking around all gray and unkempt.
The top part is like on this, when you wear your hat, it's more apparent, I think.
That's I definitely need one.
Hey.
I've been busy.
Let it flow. Don't let the haters hate. You do you. I mean, you could do a little trim around the ears. You're a little heavy on the sideburn.
I need a haircut. It's true. I'm guilty.
What are you going to do? You're gonna
eventually go get one. It's just finding time.
What's the order?
Let's go crew cut Olin.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that.
Come on, it looks good.
Hey, what is your price tag to shave your head like McGee?
All right, how much you willing to pay? It starts at $3,500. If you give that guy, if you give him that just to eat a
cue ball.
Like for $3,500,
yeah, but
big razor
for 3,500 days.
For $3,500, I would. Why are you getting this?
I mean, for your hair will grow back in a week.
For $3,500, yes,
razor Bic with a Mike Tyson skull tattoo, where your hair will eventually cover back over. But for a period of time, you have a aggressive looking tat.
Yes,
$3,500.
You're in.
Yeah.
Wow.
You said a tattoo, right?
Yes, a tattoo on the top of the skull.
You would do that.
But my hair would eventually grow.
I don't know how that works.
It would.
I don't know how that
we
works.
have a little honor code here where we say, we got to bic it for a period.
You can wear a duck camp hat to cover it too.
Yeah. There's a good looking hat.
Yes, I would. For $3,500, I would shave my head without even thinking about it.
And tattoo it?
And tattoo it.
Yeah. And go big for about, let's call it 11 months.
See, now, look, he keeps adding. Did you start telling
you can't let the
Nuño
hair
that he
go
had to
back
drink some
3
milk
weeks
with it?
later.
Yeah, they told me, they said that I couldn't throw up, and they said it had to be by the end of the show. That was all added.
Yeah. There's got to be some level of
in principle, I would say yes. I'd have to clear it with Mrs. Buchanan. She likes money, which breeds the question, why the hell did she ever marry me? But yeah.
I'm gonna read another text to keep it football. This was from David in the Pacific Northwest. Of course, TexAgs is concerned with who the celebrity guest picker is on College game day, not the fact that we have one total win when we're involved. I believe we're 1-11 or 1-12. I don't think that has anything to do with us being on game day, other than us on game day versus teams that are capable of beating us and not having the team or the coach in years past to do it.
Yeah, but who is the game day picker?
We don't know yet.
How about Lurk?
Maybe it'll be you.
Yeah, can you imagine? How about Lurk, though? He'd be a good game day picker. I feel like he'd fit right in. Liucci.
Oh, Liucci. I was like, Lurk. I was like, okay.
Don't you think that'd be a good fit?
Maybe they get.
We don't have a lot of
the Bucky store
Bucky's.
owner?
Yes, the Bucky's guy.
Alpin.
Yeah,
that would be a really good one, because that's a national brand now. They've gone out, at least in the Sun Belt
How about the
region.
two Buckys, Bucky Richardson and Bucky McMillan?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think they're at this time big enough. I mean, your basketball coach just had a 4-point lead with 30 seconds to go in the ball against SMU.
Well, he's a little busy. He's a little occupied. I get that, but yeah, I like the Bucky's owner. That's a good one.
The Dude Perfect guy.
Tyler.
Dude Perfect would be great.
They might have done it before.
They have. They've done it multiple times.
No, but we shouldn't be concerned with the celebrity guys. We got to be concerned with why they've lost.
What am I going to do? I'm going to spend the next 9-10 days worried. Oh my God, we're going to lose. No, I'm going to go in there thinking that they're going to win.
Yeah, because what happens on the football field.
So we basically have run out of time from skull tattoos and Billy's long interview, so we have to hit a break
to cover the things that are important.
Yeah, that's true. We'll just go along with Swope, and maybe OB will stick around for that. When insurance matters most, who's going to answer your call? That's the Rollo Insurance Group. You'll get a personal agent's direct phone number. You don't have to call an automated phone tree. You don't have to do any of that stuff, right? You're going to have somebody's phone number, and they're going to take great care of you. They're going to know your specific situation and make sure you're in the right insurance vehicle for you and your family. And they'll take care of all your home, your auto, your business, and your ranch insurance. You start a relationship with an expert who puts you first. When you need advice or have a claim, you'll speak directly with someone who knows you by name. That's the Rollo difference. There's 60 offices in the great state of Texas, but you can call them up directly, and there's one right here, the headquarters on Highway 6 in College Station. Visit them at rolloinsurance.com/TexAgs, rolloinsurance.com/TexAgs, or call them up 888-44-ROLLO. That's 888-44-ROLLO. I wish I had Olin here for it because he loves energy drinks. Catalyst Citrus Spark. This is one of the new flavors out there. Whether you're grinding through workouts, cramming for a test, or closing in on a deal or getting ready for TexAgs Live, you never know, right? Fast becoming the go-to fuel for Aggies everywhere. Zero sugar. I'm all in for that. Or synthetic sweeteners, no artificial colors or flavors. Catalyst delivers clean, high-performance energy with smooth, crisp taste that is never syrupy, designed for both health and hustle. You want to get going, you use this Catalyst right here. It's about pure energy and pure results. And what sets them apart? Packed with premium nootropics blended to boost focus, clarity, and mental stamina. I need this. I'm in, guys. I'm in. Plus, with plant-based caffeine, vitamin B12, B6, Catalyst supports metabolism and energy production, making it more than a drink. It's your lifestyle training partner. Built for competitors on the field, Catalyst fuels strength, focus, and pure results. Buy now at drinkcatalyst.com. That is drinkcatalyst.com. Train harder, think sharper, pure results. It's Catalyst. Hey, we're back. TexAgs Live, presented by David Gardner's Jewelers Rollo Insurance Studio. Go Hour, presented by The Warehouse at CC Creations. We're just talking about the Sharon Moore situation at the break and crazy details from that. I don't know if I'm going to get into all those details that we were talking about at the break, but yeah, his college football days might be done for a little while.
Very sad. Yeah, you just hope that for the families involved that get affected. That's the unfortunate casualty. I know everyone's going to focus on the money and Michigan, and then how about the reality that Michigan could have known about this before the recruiting cycle, held on to him in order to get signing day done, and then this stuff comes out. I mean, there's a lot to unfold. The timing of it matters.
It does. Yeah, because, and what does that say about Michigan? You know, but is there a rule now that once they hire a coach that you get the players get he thinks I'm telling a joke that players get 15 days to transfer?
Yes.
So, you know, let's see if they hold on to those guys.
Yeah.
Let's see who leaves. Maybe that quarterback, Underwood.
Who do you hire to replace him, given the market's been a little bit, what would you call it, depleted with other...
Yeah.
It's going to be a Jed Fish level hire, an up-and-coming guy. I don't know if it'll be Jed Fish.
Maybe an NFL OC.
Maybe.
Gerard Johnson.
I know that Kalen DeBoer is who the popular name, but can you imagine the ripple effects of that?
That would be... Well, Alabama, they're just always discontent with anything.
Like I said, all the people at LSU is going to be feeling really paranoid if
well, and as Billy said, and Jason Howell texted, maybe even Texas, because if Alabama went after Sark.
Yeah, there seems to be a ripple that Sark needs a new place to get out of some
I do think Sherrone Moore will coach again. Kind of like a longest yard type of thing. Nate Scarborough.
Stop it.
All right, we'll do this.
Too soon.
We will come back with Ryan Swope.
So, good luck.
Well,
I don't think we talked football.
We did one question about game day, and then we went to the celebrity picker.
Yeah, it's not really football.
Yeah, it's not really football.
That's all right.
Let's do a lot of football in the next side. All right? Okay. Let's just do more tattoo talk. All right. We'll hit a break.
Bald Olin with a
When we come back, Ryan Swope, and that's brought to you by Duck Camp, Stephen McGee, and I guess Olin's out. He tapped out. We'll be back here in about 2 or 3 minutes. It's TexAgs Live.
I mean, I'll stay if y'all want me to.
Yeah, we're having a party.
And we're back. It is TexAgs Live. We are presented by David Gardner's Jewelers, Rollo Insurance Studio. Time for our weekly conversation brought to you by Duck Camp with Stephen McGee and Ryan Swope. Olin Buchanan sticking around to keep this PG, I'm sure. Whether you're hunting birds at sunrise or flipping burgers before kickoff, Duck Camp's got you covered this fall. Check it out at duckcamp.com. Built for the outdoors, designed for everything else. Swope, what up, man?
What's up?
How are you, sir?
Good, man. How are you guys?
We're good. So I kind of wanted to play.
Hold it. Just hold it like this.
Yeah, just
hope he's right. Can we play a little buy, sell, hold? We didn't get to it earlier. Okay.
Yeah.
And buy, sell, hold brought to you by Aggie and Paragon Financial Advisors. If you want financial guidance that truly puts you first, visit paragon-adv.com. Best quarterback A&M has faced so far, and I'm going to put Carson Beck, who they haven't faced yet, but they're about to face, on this list. I'm going to give you 4 names, buy, sell, hold, and then whatever. We can just pick from 4 to 3. Arch, Lenore Sellers, CJ Carr, or upcoming Carson Beck.
Ooh.
I didn't put Taylor Green on there. I could have, but I didn't.
I'm selling Sellers.
Now, it's Sellers, Arch,
CJ Carr.
I'd hold
and I'm putting Carson Beck.
And what's the...
Personally.
Yeah.
Remind me of the question there.
Buy, sell, hold.
Why?
Yeah. And just pick 3 of the 4.
Oh, just as quarterback.
Yeah. Dude, I like yours, but...
Are you buying Arch?
No.
I'm just holding them.
Yeah, man,
I'm selling Sellers. I'm not bought it. I think he's a good player, but I don't think he's going to win a championship.
Yeah, I agree. Totally. Sell all day long. I'll tell you who I'm buying.
Carr.
CJ Carr.
Me too.
Especially at this point of his career.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he's a different player than he was week 1. He's a good player, man. He's going to be a problem for...
Notre Dame's quarterback, right?
Yeah.
I think he's one of the better quarterback in the league.
Who does the Miami kid remind you of? Movie character? Yeah.
Oh, gosh. I hadn't
Napoleon Dynamite? Tune in my tots, doesn't he? Kind of look like him a little bit?
Yeah. He kind of
I don't know.
He's better. When Beck is on, dude.
Huh?
No, I'm just enjoying it. No. I don't know the character you're talking about.
Okay.
I've never seen Napoleon Dynamite.
But you know Uncle Rico.
Yeah, because people say I look like him when I
Why don't you do your Uncle Rico hair real quick? Oh, you may not be able to do that.
See, yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude, you got a bunch of hair.
I know, I do. I need a
show off.
I acknowledge.
Hey, he OB is fully open to
the wife
shaving his head.
The wife has vetoed it.
What?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Already? What happened? What was the?
What if you got a tramp stamp instead? Would she be okay?
No, I'd never do it. But she has this thing about running her fingers through my hair.
Luke said he'd do it. Luke would shave his head and do a tattoo. He just said it right.
Keep the stash though. For Luke though, I feel like the cut is a fryer. You go cul-de-sac on top.
Yeah.
Keep the sides.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The fryer.
Yeah.
Would you do it?
How much?
Oh gosh,
$150.
I'm out of cash. David took all my cash.
I'm still dumbfounded by that.
The fryer.
I don't know. $3,500 to eat a cake.
Wow.
Yeah, a layup.
So have we finished this question?
Yeah. I think we're
we're buying.
We're selling Sellers.
Selling Sellers.
We're holding Arch and Napoleon Dynamite, and we're buying CJ Carr.
Yeah.
Okay. So CJ Carr is the best that they have. That version of CJ Carr that we saw week 3.
Look, the Miami kid.
I thought he was pretty good.
He was pretty good against us. The Miami kid, though, if he gets hot, which he's like a little bit of a roller coaster, he's kind of like Arch. You know, it's like good and then bad. But when he's gotten hot, he's pretty good. He can make all the throws. He's an NFL level arm. I mean, he's got that. But then when he gets pressure, he can turn it over. I don't know. What do y'all?
That's my.
Well, what if you threw Marcel in there?
I mean, of those guys, I'm taking Marcel.
Me too.
Well, CJ
Marcel
Carr
at his best.
Marcel at his best, certainly. CJ Carr, the consistency and the accuracy, there's a strong argument there, I think. And I know that that's probably not popular, but, you know, to me, quarterback play is defined by being consistently good. That's what equals greatness, in my opinion.
So all those quarterbacks that I listed, the very best version of them, including Marcel, who's the best?
What year is
game.
CJ Carr?
He's a redshirt freshman.
Telling you, dude.
The thing is, CJ Carr has, of all those guys, he has probably the best running game to help him. He may have the best offensive line, and that includes Miami. But probably of all those teams, arguably the least explosive or least talented group of receivers. Not necessarily that they're bad, but they're,
That's a good point.
So it's kind of hard to.
It's never parallel. I think you just look at the way they play the game. I think he plays football on time. He makes good decisions. He protects the football, and he's accurate. That's why I love Mendoza. Like I was really impressed by Mendoza. Were you in the like I wasn't like he has the arm that third down throw versus cover zero to win the game. I mean, dude has got
2 weeks ago.
Yes, in the Big Ten.
It was an incredible pass.
Incredible,
and he was under pressure too. And he
cover zero. Yeah,
it was incredible.
Dime.
It was a dime. Great catch.
He has the most NFL. Like this is going to be in my opinion, a bad draft class coming up. He's the one guy that you're like that. I can see him projecting to the NFL well. Like he's got anticipation, accuracy. He's got enough arm. I like the Ohio State kid. I think he's still a work in progress. Like he's a very accurate quarterback, but I think he just needs more time. Him and CJ Carr are going to be interesting because they're the same age, right? Redshirt freshman. Mm-hmm. That's an interesting.
But the best version of Marcel to me has, and by the way, you could say this about Lenore's too, but the best version of Marcel. Just go look at what he did against LSU 2 years in a row, right? Like that version.
Very good.
Very
like Heisman.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's in that conversation when he's playing like that. At that kind of level, he's taking care of the football, making good decisions. He's comfortable. And he's taking shots downfield. And not only that, but he's got that other element where he can take off and run for 50.
That's the difference between all the guys.
Good luck.
Yep.
Marcel adds the legs. And so the best version of Marcel is going to win the Heisman, in my opinion.
I agree.
I think he could have won it this year had he
had a
strong game against Texas and then a strong game in the SEC championship game.
I agree totally.
That's how you win it. You win it with big games and
that's that point of like just the consistency of the play for sure. I mean, there's the next 4 games is going to come down to obviously you got to win the line of scrimmage, and we talk a lot about the most important stats are turnovers and explosives, but that ultimately turnovers and explosives come from and are most dependent upon your quarterback.
Yeah.
Right. If you're turnover heavy, it's probably going to be because of the quarterback. And if you have explosives, there's a good chance that those are largely generated in some form or fashion via your quarterback. And so that's why it's very hard to win a championship, in my opinion, without having a great quarterback. If we get the best version of Marcel, I think we make a good run. I think if we get the bad version of Marcel, we're out quick. And scary thing, the Miami kid, when he's hot,
I know he's good.
He's very good. He can make all the throws.
Efficient. But when he's bad, he's really
Well,
bad.
I got some numbers for you. J.D. Pickell tweeted this out. I thought it was interesting. Through the SMU game, which, by the way, they lost, he had 14 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Since the SMU game, which was midseason, 11 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Wow.
Well, who have they played?
Right.
Yeah,
Syracuse, NC State, Boston College, and then Pitt.
There you go.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's necessarily a trend of his play or more or less the victim of the circumstance.
Pitt actually at least had a pulse. The
Pitt was 22 when they played him.
Yeah.
They had a pulse.
You know what I'm excited about? We haven't talked about this with receivers is, Craver's been a little bit quiet.
Dude, I know it, man. I think he's due, but he's kind of been banged up.
Exactly.
I think he's been hurt. So I think, and I think our football, everybody's hurt this time of year, but it's not an excuse, but I think he's due for a big game.
Yeah.
We hadn't heard from him much, seen him much.
He was a little banged up, too.
He's banged up.
He's had 3 weeks.
He should be ready. And speaking of, Le'Veon Moss, is he ready
We feel like it's trending in that direction. Yeah, that he'll play.
Okay. I think he's
What did Coach Elko say at the press conference?
Great.
Everybody's great.
It's great.
Yeah.
Great.
Tony the Tiger?
Yeah.
And our defensive coordinator?
Lyle Hemphill, who was brought in last year. So, yes, Jay Bateman's leaving for Kentucky.
Oh, really?
And Lyle Hemphill will take over that role. He was brought in last year. Billy just was on a little while ago with this probably in mind.
Will he take over that role effective immediately, or is that going to be after the game?
That's still TBD.
Look, that one doesn't hurt as much, in my opinion, or it doesn't have as much of an effect on the team as Colin, just because of the Mike Elko effect. I mean, look, Jay Bateman, I get it. You want to call plays, and it was like our D-line coach that was really good under Jimbo Fisher that went to Syracuse. What was
Eli Robinson.
Eli Robinson, right? He was going to be in title only, the co-DC, right? So,
yeah.
I don't know if that hurts us.
Yeah, I mean,
I think we'll be all right.
it's kind of like when you have a offensive-minded head coach and the offensive coordinator leaves, right? Like there's a transition to it, but the philosophy comes from the head coach.
Yeah, as long as Elko's in that office, I feel very good about our defense.
Yeah, I agree with that. So I was thinking to myself as we're talking here, how quickly the news cycle moves from the Notre Dame AD fiasco on, what was that, Sunday, to where we are now with the Michigan story, how quickly these stories go through. If you think about it, like we just got the pairings on Sunday. We have the aftermath with Notre Dame. We have the Michigan thing. There's so much that's happened. It's just freaking Thursday. We still got a week to go before the game.
Yeah, I didn't even know any of this till I walked into TexAgs. So apparently I was on a plane with screaming kids yesterday. I've not been paying attention. That? Brutal. Hour flight. My 9-month-old screamed for 55 minutes.
No. Oh, man, getting looks.
Their ears hurt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, but everyone around us, I mean, I felt it was just a bad day. It's like a 4 interception game.
No one cares about this. I was going to cover a basketball tournament in Seattle. And my son was 2 months old. She said, can we go? And I had points. So yeah. And of course, as soon as we take off, my son starts crying, and some guy makes us, and being the East Texas redneck that I am, I turned and I said, "Sir, my son's ears hurt. And I care about that a whole lot more than I care about you."
And that was that.
That was that.
It was well received. Let's move on, right? Let's
Well, I was younger and better fit then, so maybe he was wondering, well, maybe
Yeah.
So that's what you should have said to the people around you. Hey,
they were being actually very gracious. They understood. My poor wife was doing everything she could, and they saw the effort, but it is what it is. Back to your deal about the timing of everything, the fiasco.
It's been a weird week, right?
I'm curious if there's been enough fiasco and like pain in college football, especially the Lane Kiffin stuff, that they change that. Like the NFL model, right? And I know it doesn't coincide well with
school calendar.
Yeah. But there should be a later date before people can make these moves. It's a distraction at a time of the year.
It's not fair to these kids.
It's not fair to the kids. It's not fair to the institutions. And it's quite frankly not even fair to the coaches because you have competing interest of signing day during the SEC championship, and then you're trying to keep your staffs together. I mean, it's a mess.
I hate it. Like,
what do you do?
A&M's about to play a playoff game, and coaches have to look out for their future, and they're leaving. I mean, they potentially leave now.
Yeah, you can't fault any of the coaches for doing, like, they're doing what's in the, I get it, but like, it shouldn't be a distraction to our football team right now and trying to win a football game. It's that should be done at a later date, in my opinion.
I don't think A&M has any distraction. I don't think any of those things. But hey, coach, you're going to go to Kentucky later. Okay, hey, coach, you're going to be calling plays through. Yeah,
Are you as invested though in the future, in the well-being? Like, if you lose a game, are you like, oh well, I'm on to the next thing anyway, or I'm not fully in. I'm not all in on this football team and winning this game because I've already got an interest.
It's a bad look.
Well,
man.
I think if you are a, some guy, I think this is an individual. I don't know Colin Klein that well, but what I know about him strikes me as, hey, this is a stand-up guy that's going to do everything he can to try to win a championship.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of
100%. I agree
and I
with
have
you.
nothing that tells me the same about anything different than Bateman. Are there guys out there that I'd question? Yeah, I don't know anybody at A&M well enough to question, but there are guys out there that you'd wonder about. Remember, Bobby Petrino left the Falcons with 2 games left to go.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions. I remember hearing.
By the way, Bobby Petrino is probably very happy with Sharon Moore because he's no longer the guy. But anyway, yeah. So I just think that
he's number 2 on Santa's bad list this year.
Yeah, well, Art Ross may be ahead of him too. But anyway. I just think that if you're a competitor, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, you got into this thing to win, and you got to. If you're in the playoff, all those coaches, if they're going somewhere or not, I think they were focused. I believe on trying to win a championship. Because how often do you have that opportunity? Now, if you're at Alabama or Ohio State, that probably happens a lot. But at some places, like Bateman's going to Kentucky. Now, no offense, but if he's going to Kentucky, this is his last shot.
Yeah. I just think it's so wrong. I mean, think about like these kids, man. What if these kids went out and struck an NIL deal with Alabama, and you're playing for Texas A&M.
What if Alabama says, "Hey, Marcel, here's
That's
$10 million."
Huge distraction.
What makes you think they haven't?
Well, how many quarterbacks are in the championship run right now have set out because they're transferring to another school, and the other school says, "Hey, you can't participate in A&M's playoff game because you have a $10 million contract."
And it almost
with us.
happened last year with Nico.
Yeah, but when does that actually happen? When has it actually happened?
Well,
it hasn't.
The players are
the parlay. Well, the parallel here is to say, well, it's what's happening with the coaches.
Exactly.
If the players did it, it would be viewed as an atrocity.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think
the reports, and I don't know how accurate those reports were, that Nico Yame, whatever, did that to Tennessee last year, that he was, if you don't pay me more NIL, I won't play in the playoff game. He played in the playoff game, but then he obviously transferred a little bit later.
See, something like that. That's where you have to have team justice.
There's not much of that left.
Yeah, and that's too bad because when one guy was getting out of line. Remember when?
You get them straightened out, man. Now it's all about a dollar sign, which I understand. It's a lot different than when we were playing McGee.
Hey, something that I kind of expected, but it was good to hear. Scooby Williams was in studio with me yesterday, and he says he's going to be ready to go for the playoff run. So,
that's great.
Yeah,
be at full strength, man.
There's going to be.
I think that linebacker group this season has been better than what I expected them to be overall heading into the year.
I agree.
There's no doubt they have. Damian Sanford added that. It's really
every week they've gotten better and better. There's some stuff the last couple games, like filling some gaps and missing a few tackles in the open field. I think that's the biggest thing.
So give Jay Bateman some credit.
The short, we can't give up the short, 5-yarders and bang out for 50.
Right.
And some of that's to the second level or third level of the defense, filling those safeties in the box and making those tackles.
Ryan, you are obviously one of the most loved wide receivers ever to play here.
Most loved, the
most loved. Hall of Honor, everything, right? So when you see a guy like KC getting the kind of love that he's getting, he got the Paul Hornung Award yesterday for the most versatile player in the league. When you think about him and like where maybe he could be at the end of the season when it comes to the history of A&M wide receivers, like what do you think of a guy like KC?
I think he's elite. Fortunately, I wish we had him for 1 or 2 more years because I think he could break a lot of school records. Just he's fast, explosive. One thing that I love about him the most is his ability to go in and work. Mm-hmm. He works at it. He's passionate about going in and practicing hard. And you can tell that I went in and I've seen him practice multiple times, and he finishes every route out there. And his ability to just from a special teams player to he's electric. Anytime he catches the ball,
That's so important on a team too. When you have your best players or the guys that'll put in that extra.
Oh yeah. No.
By the way, did you ever return kicks?
I did my freshman year.
You could have been the first KC Concepcion, or he could have been the second Ryan Swope.
Yeah. Look, I haven't seen a wide receiver win in the slot since Ryan Swope left. It's not up for debate.
Nice.
That's a fact.
Pretty good.
Huh?
Christian Kirk is good too.
Kirk.
Yeah, he was good,
Nice.
but not. No, I'm sorry. I'm saying.
I appreciate
Remember
it.
10 Dog versus Oklahoma? Pull up the tape. Let the tape speak.
A&M has been blessed at that position.
We've been blessed. Yeah. We've been blessed at a lot of positions.
Since Swope. Swope is the Adam of the A&M slot receivers.
That dude's an animal, man. He's a unit. He's like, no one realizes how big Swope is. We were laughing about it. I forget who I was talking to the other day, but Swope's like 6'1", 6'2"?
No, 6'1".
6'1". He's got calf muscles that look like most men's thighs. Runs a 4.3 40 at the combine. Laser. Like he's like a pissed off javelina in South Texas fast. You know what I mean? Like runs with a little bit of an attitude.
Everything all right with you?
I've got to pee so bad.
Oh, let's get out of here. I saw you.
I was wondering, man.
Yeah, he was doing this.
He's like, get this man a toilet.
Yeah, we're going to hit a break. Thank you for coming by, Stephen. Thank you, Ryan. OB? Appreciate that was great. Let's see him just walk out. Let him out. Get out of here. A moment for Caldwell Country Chevrolet.
He was like cringing. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, I thought he was having like maybe like a migraine.
I thought they were just jacking with each other.
And I saw his face like, oh. He can't wait to get to Caldwell Country Chevrolet, Highway 21 in Caldwell. Online at CaldwellCountryChevrolet.com. If you're looking for a new vehicle, that's the place to start your search. They have all the selection you can imagine with the great deals, the great pricing, and of course, amazing trade-in value. When you go there, don't be surprised by the amazing customer service as well. They will take amazing, I've used the word amazing too many times. They will take spectacular care of you when you go to Caldwell Country Chevrolet. It is not a far drive, remember, guys. We're talking about 15 minutes, the edge of Bryan to the beginnings of Caldwell. A short conversation away, but you'll see the difference when you step on the lot and do business with the great people at Caldwell Country Chevrolet. Highway 21 in Caldwell, online, CaldwellCountryChevrolet.com. All right, we're talking about Burlebo, the heart of Texas, more than an outdoor lifestyle brand. It's products created with you in mind. Currently, I'm wearing the performance polo, the Texas Maroon and Gray. If you look into it, you've got the state of Texas in gray, and you also got it in maroon. It's one of their highest, most popular sales that they have there. It is really nice. Comfort and versatility. You can wear it in any situation. Quick drying, fits the size. But Burlebo, they're rooted in tradition, fueled by passion for the outdoors. Designs high-quality apparel that works just as hard as you do. So whether you're hitting a workout, enjoying a day of fishing, or cheering on your favorite college team, their gear is made for the athlete, the outdoorsman, and the everyday adventure. And it's really nice. I wore this one to church the other day. People talked about it. Really, my kids were like, "Hey, Dad, you look pretty good today." From athletic shorts to your favorite go-to tees and performance hoodies, they have everything you want. Check out Burlebo.com and find your new favorite gear. It's Burlebo for the athlete, for the outdoors, and for the family. I know I shouldn't enter the mean streets of the chat. I know I shouldn't, right? Should avoid it. And I typically do a good job, like, especially, like, I think this year, you don't know, like, I used to, like, enter these wars with people. And I try to avoid it. I try my best. But when you make a screen name without your real name and all you want to do is troll, I'll put you in timeout. Just like I do with my kids, right? 5 minutes right there. So, and I'm sure the audience is like, what is he talking about? I think we have done a very good job of paying respect to Miami.
Yeah.
I had an insider on this show yesterday, Danny Enriquez, who agreed with me that based on who they've played, it doesn't tell you a lot about Miami. The other thing he did say, and he said it a little bit more eloquently than I did, but was that should not mean that they can't beat an SEC team. And I agree with that because the eyeball test tells you Miami has the dudes that A&M and others have, right? And again, I feel like this, I don't follow them. I've watched a lot of Miami games over my lifetime because of my family ties, right? But I don't watch them enough to know. I know Malachi Toney is a dude.
He's the real deal.
I saw today somebody had posted the flea flicker where Carson Beck, handed it off back to Carson Beck and he throws a deep one. I don't even know who they were playing. It was a beautiful play. That guy can beat. So I have the utmost respect for what they're trying to do there, and I know that team can come to Kyle Field and beat A&M. My response to myself, if I were arguing with myself, the best version of A&M beats anybody in the country.
100%.
Now, maybe Miami feels the same way. The best version of Miami beats anybody in the country. I don't follow them enough to know that.
Mm-hmm.
I know the best version of A&M can beat Ohio State. Okay, I don't know if I know. I strongly think it.
I think they would.
Right? And the problem is, how consistent can they be the best version of A&M? Right? Like Indiana has been consistent. Hardest game of the year, they came and they balled out. Right? Their two hardest games. And they haven't had a lot on their schedule either, right? Oregon and Ohio State.
Yeah.
Took care of business. Was it Iowa early on or Illinois? It was Illinois early on where they took them to the woodshed. Now, turned out Illinois wasn't the team
as good as them.
But at that time,
they struggled against Penn State too. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. So it's about consistency and greatness. So anyway, what do we have there at the Angry Elephant News and Social Center?
So at the last segment with McGee and Swope, y'all were talking about kind of the whole poaching quarterbacks and everything. Well, I don't know if you saw Lane Kiffin's last retweet on X.
Didn't he say something about congratulations?
No, so it's about Marcel. So Robert Griffin, did you see the whole interview with Marcel and Robert Griffin on the
and
podcast?
they asked him, hey, what would it take? $4.5 million?
He said, shoot, if $91 million for 7 years was in front of my face, I would not pass it up. The whole Lane Kiffin thing. And Lane Kiffin retweets it and says, #come to the boot. Great offense for a quarterback.
Oh, that's fine. Marcel already said he's staying here. I didn't know he did that.
Yeah, just the whole poaching thing.
It's interesting that's allowed.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, is that legal? Can you do that?
I don't even know the rules. I mean, who's going to enforce it?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Right, that's part of what I've said this many times on this show. There's a lot I like about Lane Kiffin. There's a lot I don't like. Right? Yeah. I don't know him personally, so it's hard for me to say I would not let my kids play for him because he might be an outstanding coach, father figure. I don't know. The figure that he plays on television, I wouldn't want my kids to play for him. That does not mean he's not an elite offensive mind and might win a national championship at LSU, right? By the way, he might have won one this year at Ole Miss. I don't think he would have.
We'll never know.
He must have not thought they were going to win.
Yeah.
He must have believed that they couldn't win. I don't believe you leave a team, even for the dream opportunity, if you think your team can win a national championship. That's what I think he is saying to his team. I don't think you guys can win.
We'll never know.
No, I do know. I do. I am going on record. That's what he is saying to his team. Because you don't leave a team that you believe in. You don't.
I agree with that. 100%.
Right? let's get another message.
Yeah, so this was earlier in the YouTube chat, JB, not Jay Bateman, but he said, just an observation, Elko made a decision on the defensive coordinator replacement instantly. OC not handled the same. May indicate we get a big-time OC with Holman Wiggins. You think that could be a possibility?
I mean, it could be, but it sounds like from Billy's reporting, you're saying a co-OC, I'm sorry.
Like someone to help out with Holman Wiggins since it's first time?
I mean, they're going to have to bring in another wide receivers coach, right? So potentially, or maybe they do they find a quarterback coach. I don't know. I mean, potentially. I don't know if we know. I can't get inside of Mike Elko's head to predict what he's thinking right now, but I mean, there's a lot of options he can go. A lot. So
he's got a big brain. Does something good with it.
All right, let's do this. Let's hit a break. When we come back, so AT was scared to come on the show today. He was like, "It's like I can't." And I'm kidding. AT had some other commitments come up.
Well, he's hosting right now on X.
Yes, I was going to say,
The wild details.
He said something about being on the East Coast and his times didn't match up. So we open our arms for AT next week, right before the show. Right, AT and I we break bread together. We'll hit a break. When we come back, we're going to listen to a little bit of my conversation on no layups. For those of you who haven't heard it, you'll get a little chance to hear what we talked about. We had a good old time. We had Braden Gall on the show, kind of break down the future of college football. That's fun. When it comes to your money and your peace of mind, it starts with the right team. And Aggie-owned Paragon Financial Advisors is an independent fiduciary serving clients all across Texas. No commissions, no sales pitches, just trained advice tailored to you. They have a team of 18 professionals, including over 9 CFPs, a CFA, and a CPA. And the expertise runs deep at Paragon because credentials matter, and so does your future. Visit paragon-adv.com or call them up 979-693-3907 to schedule your free consultation at Paragon Financial Advisors. Integrity, expertise, and trust. Paragon Financial Advisors.
All right, guys, let's talk about some new partners, Aggieland Hydration and Injectables. They're Aggie-owned and operated. They are an mobile IV hydration company that was founded back in 2024. I met with Sheldon and Danny over the last week, and they're awesome people. They really know what they're doing. They're proud to serve Bryan College Station with awesome services like IV hydration, Botox, and even some weight loss options. Whether you're looking for a quick boost of hydration or dehydration preventative, they can tailor an IV cocktail specific to your needs. And on a busy weekend, I know some of you guys might be partying a little bit too much. If that's the case, an IV can be one of the easiest ways to ensure you're receiving all those necessary vitamins and minerals that make you feel better. Their overall mission is to bring a more personalized and accessible wellness option to the broader range of clientele here in the Bryan College Station and Brazos Valley area. To book an appointment or inquire about it, just call them up or text them. 979-217-1561. Again, it's Aggieland Hydration and Injectables. Check them out. It's our friends at Aggieland Hydration and Injectables.
All right, we're back here on TexAgs Live. We are presented by David Gardner's Jewelers. We are in the Rollo Insurance Studio. So, as I mentioned, Braden Gall joined us on No Layups, and we had a nice conversation about the future of college football. I want to give it to the TexAgs Live audience. Check it out here from Monday's edition of No Layups. Braden Gall is joining us here on the conversation. What's up, Braden?
What's going on, guys? How we doing?
Well, good, man. So, hey, we're trying to figure out college football, and I know you're an expert, man. Like, Raheel is a big believer that we need to, conference championships need to go away because if you lose it and it doesn't affect your college football playoff seeding really, then why are we even having it? And I'm over here trying to figure out, does Notre Dame, I think, gets screwed because what they were told last week, but I think the committee got it right anyway, so I'm kind of confused with myself. So we're all over the place, Braden.
Man, that's a lot. That's like all of the drama in one question. I appreciate that. Look, there's lots of things we need to do differently. I think it's going to expand. I think the weekly rankings need to go away. I do advise people, though, when they ask me this, like both people in the industry, behind the scenes in programs, administrators, but also fans and media people, like, don't listen to the committee until the last week. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but it's what happens is our arguments and our discussions. Because I had to do ESPN Radio, and Myron Metcalf and I on Saturday morning before the rankings, Sunday morning, excuse me. We spent 2 hours arguing about this stuff, and every argument, especially in the national media, gets reduced down to like a single talking point. And there's no space to have like the entire conversation about a 12 or 13 data point body of work. Like, if you start talking about one criteria, let's call it like how a team looks, right? Like, let's call it form or whatever, eye test, how they're playing, right? If you do that and then go down that path, you're going to end up picking different teams. Like, Notre Dame looks the best lately. Alabama has not looked as good. If you're going to talk about wins, you're going to go down a different path. Alabama looks the best, and so looks not as good. If you talk about best loss, well, so-and-so looks great, and Alabama's loss is the worst. Like, you're just going to end up tying yourself in a knot. And every argument about this turns into that. Well, the Florida State loss has to count. And it's like, well, it clearly did. Otherwise, they would be number 4 in the rankings, not number 11 or 9 or 10. Like, everything matters. It's just what matters most about any given team is different because we have 136 teams playing all across the country in different schedules. So all of that didn't really answer your question, which is they've never told us that conference championship games do matter, don't matter, how much do they matter. They were invented, RIP, they were invented by Roy Kramer 30 years ago, 40 years ago, whatever it is, to make money. Like, they are a money-making mechanism for college conferences. At some point, we hit a sweet spot where the champion, especially in the SEC, really was the best 2 teams in the SEC playing for a conference championship. And the winner went to the BCS championship game most years. That was for like an 8-year window in the mid-2000s. And that's when it really actually did its job the best, right? Like, it was an elite team, probably top 5 from the West, probably a top 5 team from the East, probably playing for the right to go to the national championship game. Since then, it's turned into almost like that Indiana-Ohio State game was awesome football. It was a great, dramatic, passionate football game with 2 really good teams. And at the end of the day, being 1 or 2 is almost irrelevant in the rankings. Now, I live in Nashville. There are a ton of Indiana people in Nashville, so I'm not going to tell them that win didn't mean a lot as the first ever Big Ten championship game in history and maybe a Heisman Trophy, etc. But it's clear that the game shouldn't matter as much to the committee. It just shouldn't. You cannot tell me that 90% of the sport isn't going to play and then hurt the 10% or half of the 10% that loses the game. Like, it doesn't make any logical sense. If you think Alabama, after every game that Miami's played and every game that Notre Dame's played and every game that Alabama's played, the entire regular season is done. And you're telling us, I may not agree with this, but you're telling us, the committee, that Alabama is better than Notre Dame, who's better than BYU, who's better than Miami. I don't know how you change it all because Alabama was so good in the SEC that they had to play a team they already beat. So I don't think Alabama is one of the 9 best teams. I'm not sure Oklahoma's one of the 8 best teams in college football. But you cannot argue their resume is worse than Miami's or Notre Dame's.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm going long-winded here, but I think Notre Dame is actually better than almost all of these teams. Like, I would take Notre Dame over Ole Miss. I might take Notre Dame over Oklahoma, and I would take Notre Dame over both Miami and Alabama. Right now, head to head. Like everything that you own is on the line. Who you picking? I think Notre Dame might be better than all of them. And here we are. They're the ones that are out because the committee decided, well, but the BYU championship game matters. So we're going to drop them one spot so that now we have to do the head-to-head thing. So it's a mess.
Let me jump in here because from an A&M perspective, I think Miami can beat A&M. There's no doubt about that, right? I don't want to say I feared the Notre Dame matchup. I did not want to face Notre Dame. I ranked Notre Dame as the third team of the teams that they were talking about. I was like, I think Bama matches up with A&M the best. I think A&M matches up with Bama the best. Then maybe Miami, and then Notre Dame. Even though A&M already beat Notre Dame earlier in the season, might be a different A&M team at this point. Might be a different Notre Dame team at this point.
I mean, one back shoulder fade to a third string tight end. Like that's the only difference in the two teams. Even in that game, week 2, where a freshman quarterback for Notre Dame is playing in his second game ever. I would not want to play Notre Dame. Like that's all. Like if I'm a fan of a team, and like I know that's oversimplifying the committee's job, but if you're like, man, who do I not want to play? Normally, you would probably say Bama. That's just not the case. Like I agree with you. Like they can't run the football. We saw that on Saturday, but that was the case all year, and they're having a difficult time stopping the run to some degree. Putting Simpson on an island, telling him to do everything. Like if I'm A&M, that's who I want to play. Like we have the advantage on the line of scrimmage. Like that's who I want to play. Miami, I think, is on the same level as Bama in terms of who do I want to play. The one I don't want to play is Notre Dame. I agree with you.
Conference championship games, I think you get rid of them. I think it solves so much, and you expand the playoffs, right? There's an extra week right there. Boom, let's get it going. I just can't stand that in sports, in American sports, that we're playing a game that is just an exhibition at this point because you can only benefit from it. So what's the point, right? So get rid of it. To me, it's like, knock it out. But we don't need this anymore. But let's talk about the playoffs itself. Initially, when you saw the bracket unveiled after the 2-hour discussion that you had on ESPN radio, you'll see it. First gut instinct, just tell me who wins it all.
So this is going to be kind of an interesting, because the bracket almost had no impact on my feeling. I on last week's show, SEC Football Live, make sure you check it out. Myself and Trey Wallace, we're going to be on actually coming up in a few minutes. Everywhere you get your podcast, YouTube page, etc. Last week, and I think for 2 weeks now, I've said I think Georgia's winning the whole thing. Like it's just this feeling you get. You watch a team, sometimes you're like, I'm not sure. I think the quarterback's a little underrated. Their running game's a little underrated. The defensive front's getting better. You know, there's a feeling I have, like the Ohio State team looks really, really talented in a lot of places, but mostly on defense. They don't have the same, I think Will Howard, strangely enough, and that elite backfield were a pretty big deal, offensive line. And then I think Indiana's defensive showing solidified that Ohio State's clearly beatable on that side of the ball, but by great teams. And then Georgia did what they did against Alabama. And I'm going, because Alabama's defense was pretty good in that game. Like, I know the score looks lopsided, but Georgia had 2 really short fields, no really long sustained drives from Georgia's offense against a really, a pretty solid effort by Alabama's defense. I look at this and I just go like, I know Georgia's going to end up with Ole Miss and Tulane. Is that overly terrifying if you're a Georgia fan? I know Ole Miss went up and down the field in the first half, but like Georgia handled that Ole Miss team relatively easily earlier in the year. Tulane, I love the story, but that ain't happening. And then all of a sudden, what's the next game after that? You're gonna get Texas Tech in the semifinal. Like you'd end up with Ohio State. So as long as you beat Ohio State A&M, and then you end up with maybe Indiana or Texas Tech potentially in the final. I hate that this is my pick. I hate that this is how I feel, but I've been saying Georgia for about 2 weeks. I don't know why I would change. I think Georgia wins the whole thing.
Brad, I know you got to get going, so let's do one more with you. From an A&M perspective, I'll give you a short, long-winded thought. So I don't like them being 7 based on the body of work of the entire season, but I understand the recency bias of their loss to Texas and losing by double digits on the road. I get it. Like I understand it. I disagree because I think Oregon wasn't as whatever, right? But that being said, as the 7, I don't hate A&M's path to go on a run. I'm not saying I'm picking them to beat Ohio State or anything, but the fact that you get Miami at home, and I think Miami hasn't taken on anybody since Notre Dame. You get Ohio State in Dallas, so like I
know if I'd pick you to beat Ohio State, but I just feel like for a 7 seed, like if I'm Ohio State, I'm like, we're going to take on a team that would have been a top 4 seed if it wasn't for one really horrible quarter against Texas. And look, Texas was better than them that night. I understand that. But my point is, I don't hate the matchups for A&M. I don't love it, but for being 7, I feel like it's kind of manageable.
I don't disagree. Look, for the record, I would have Oregon 5, A&M 6. That would be my record. I have Notre Dame 7. That's my big problem is Notre Dame here. And but you know what? I think the system is largely fine. It's just going to keep expanding. It's interesting. Like you're going to have to. This is going to sound crazy to say. Like I'd rather play Ohio State than Georgia, but like really, that's sort of nitpicking. Like you're probably going to have to go through both of them.
Right. All right, and I want to kind of clarify what I said there because I'm listening to it and I'm like, well, that sounds like I'm not picking A&M to beat Ohio State. I don't know what I'm picking. Like I'm not saying that they're going to beat Ohio State if they were able to get to Ohio State. I don't know what I would think about that game, right? Like I think my point more was, and I hope I can illustrate it better, is that if you're going to play Ohio State, playing them in a Texas stadium, in a stadium inside the state of Texas, excuse me, I don't want to, right? Inside of a stadium inside of Texas, whatever, you know what I mean, guys. That I like that better than playing them at the Rose Bowl, than playing them at the Orange Bowl. I think they're going to have just as many fans wherever, right? But I just think the ability of the Metroplex and surrounding areas to get people to go to the games. I don't know. It just to me, it seems like a little bit more favorable of an environment for Texas A&M. Because I know we got a lot of Miami folks watching, if they were to get there, right?
Yep.
And the if is the best, and I'll go back to something I said at the top of the show. The best version of A&M, I think, beats Miami. The best version of A&M, I think, can beat Ohio State. But we haven't seen the best version of A&M in a while, and you know the conversation point's been they haven't put 4 quarters together yet, right? So, and at this point of the season, there's no more wiggle room. So, if you get the best version of Miami and you get an okay version of A&M, you lose that game. I think if you have the exact same from both, I think home field should make a little bit of an advantage. The quarterback who plays the best, yes, we know that. We'll hit a break. We'll come back, probably read a text, probably tap dance a little bit. Twin Liquors time. They're making it easy to celebrate every sip this holiday season. They got 100 locations across Texas. They're in your neighborhood. You can also shop for them online and pick up for delivery. You can enjoy same-day delivery for just $5. Gifting made easy with complimentary bag-and-bow gift wrap. You can create your own gift basket online or in the store. And they have the deals of the week at Twin Liquors. Every Thursday, a fresh selection of the items are offered at a fantastic price. You can shop those deals in-store or online. And how about all you wine lovers? Twin Liquors, it's got the wine sale going on right now. 20% off, 6+ bottles of wine. You can shop now through January the 3rd. And they have the cocktail combo packs available at Twin Liquors as well. TwinLiquors.com, go check them out.
What's up, everybody? I'm here to tell you about Fratello Italian Cafe. If anyone knows anything about Italian food, it's me, Billy Liucci. And Fratello has the best Italian food in BCS. Located at 3901 South Texas Avenue, Fratello is known for their handmade pasta dishes and feature lasagna, beef cannelloni, chicken parmesan, chicken fettuccine alfredo, a couple of my favorites, just a big old bowl of plain old spaghetti and some manicotti. Really recommend the manicotti. That's my go-to. And don't walk out of there without trying the fresh, piping hot breadsticks and the homemade in-house cheesecake, which is incredible. It's great for dining in, catering, gift cards, and even shipping, which they do nationwide. Fratello's is Aggie-owned and operated, and it's an official restaurant partner of Texas A&M Athletics. I'll see you there.
We are back here on TexAgs Live. We're presented by David Gardner's Jewelers, Rollo Insurance Studio. Let's close out the hour with the Angry Elephant News and Social Center. Schoon over.
I got a quick talking point for you.
All right. What if I want to take my time on it?
We can make it long.
Okay.
Ohio State's best, which you've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Texas A&M's best. Who wins that game?
So I don't even know if I want to go down this path because I think it's disrespectful to Miami, right? And Miami is very capable. I'll say this. I haven't watched enough Ohio State to know what their best is. Yeah. I do know how they played against Texas to start the season. I know how they played against Indiana. So, and I don't know if A&M has that level of defense, but they just, in these marquee matchups, and you brought up during the break, they struggled to move the ball a little bit against Michigan in the first half. Yeah. I tend to look at that as it's a 4-quarter game. There are games where A&M struggled to move the ball in the first half and found it in the second half and vice versa. So I look at all 4 quarters. So that's how I'll bring it up. But do I think A&M at their best or Miami at their best can beat Ohio State? Yeah, I do think they can, right? But if A&M plays their best, I don't care if it's Miami's best. At the same time, I think A&M wins that game.
Okay.
If Miami finds a way to harass Marcel Reed and cause turnovers and happy feet, then Miami's going to come here and win that game, right?
Yeah.
I tend I should expand my research, but part of my thinking is, well, they haven't taken on a defensive line like A&M's, right? Conversely, you could say, has A&M taken on a defensive line like Miami? And I would say, well, maybe not completely on the both edges, but they have taken on
Notre Dame.
They've taken on
Auburn.
Not only Auburn, but Texas.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Simmons.
South Carolina. So they've taken on at least one dude like that. It'll be interesting. Again, part of my research or part of my thinking is Miami hasn't played this level. How quickly do they adjust to it? They did play Notre Dame to start the year, and they were in control for most of that game. Way to break. When we come back, and they won the game, obviously.
Yeah.
When we come back, everybody's favorite hour. No, that's tomorrow. That's when Billy's here. The Fan Show's next. Oh, hey, we're back on the air. I was talking about fighting. Yeah. Sorry, fan show presented by prizepicks.com/TexAgs. Use the code TexAgs. Somebody had texted Browning about a shot I took at you guys yesterday on the show. Was it yesterday?
It was yesterday, yeah.
And they asked him if he was going to fist fight me.
No.
I was like, I'm sorry, guys. We got to do the fan show tomorrow.
Yeah. So he apologized for us having to be on the air today. And so my buddy Telly texted me. He's like, hey, did Nuño just say that? I was like, I'm going to fist fight him tomorrow. He goes, are you going to do it on air? And I go, no, I don't want the world to see me get killed. Hey, you got to know Nuño. Like I said, first of all, he's strong. I've watched him work out. He's strong, but he does the jiu-jitsu, and he is, you can tell, he's itching for someone. He's itching for someone.
I'm actually not, and we'll move on because I'm sure people want to hear about football. But I've been a little injured this year, so I haven't been going as often. And what I do is I go on a Monday, let's say, and then I re-injure myself, and I'm like, I got to take a week off. So now I feel like I'm completely out of practice.
I keep waiting to come in, and you got some cauliflower.
No.
I'm a firm believer that I'd rather get in a fist fight, get my nose broke, have blood all over my face, get a black eye, than have to publicly tap out.
Yeah.
Because then you're just weak.
Yeah, just knock me out cold.
Well, just saying, come to the gym sometime. Not with me, because you're much bigger and stronger than me. Hey, guys, how are we feeling? How's everybody doing?
I thought it was crazy. I thought it was crazy until last night I started getting ESPN updates. And it's like immediately, and I read a thread after bowling, and somebody basically said exactly what I was thinking. It's like human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. This is this coaching carousel. Yeah. It is completely insane. And this one I didn't have on my bingo card.
Well, we'll get into that. Why don't we start the show the traditional way? We go to the Angry Elephant News and Social Center. Scoon over.
What's up, guys?
Hey, buddy.
He's not here. So I'm glad.
He's coming.
Who's he?
Shirtliff.
Okay.
Mr. Shirtliff.
Making sure you knew.
Oh, yeah, I know.
We're missing a chair for a reason. Yeah, he's on his way.
He'll be here.
Let's start with Mr. Browning. What's on your mind with all the stuff going on?
Man.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Is this the part where Browning says I never get to go first?
I don't. I rarely ever.
I think you've gone first twice in a row.
Ever. And so,
I think you always go first now.
So I missed last week, and so I don't want to get back into last week. I really don't want to, but I feel like I need to a little bit. So, awful. It was awful. Just awful. I was there. I was at the game. It was awful. And you know what bugs me is why I hate that game so much. I wish that game was never back. Because the juice isn't worth the squeeze with them, it's just the pain of losing to them is way worse than the thrill of beating them. And being in that stadium and watching them have joy just eats at my soul. By the way, so that's all I'm going to say about it. Big game Browning is dead. The mojo is gone. Me going to games it died right there in Austin. But I've been thinking.
It's like you're reading your own obituary, man.
Yeah, I know.
Perk up a little bit, man. We got a playoff game.
It was a good run.
But I've been thinking, I feel like I've got the fix for college football. Everybody's always like, I don't know what the fix is. I think I got it.
You got the fix.
I think I got it, man.
Okay.
All right, here.
Can we poke holes?
Poke away, please.
This should be easy.
Yeah. Hey, all right, poke away. So first thing you do, number one, is you separate the Power Four and the G5.
Okay.
Have their own playoffs and their own national championship.
Okay.
Why not? Think about it, right? James Madison and Tulane have no chance of winning a national championship. I can't even remember who the G5 team was last year. They had no chance, right? Have them play for their own national championship. And first of all, get rid of the bowl system, right? If we've thrown out all other tradition in college football, why do we still cling to these stupid the bowls?
Because
everything should be on campus.
Lot of money.
They make just as much money. You can make just as much money on campus.
No.
Well, all right. Either way, then keep the bowls, whatever. All right.
The school can.
There's some give and take here, okay? But get rid of that. Let them play for their own national championship. That would draw so many eyes too. You'd have just as many eyes looking at. Yes, you would.
Wouldn't.
You would
just
watch?
as many. Yeah, you would watch it for college football.
Did you watch when Sam Houston played in the FCS championship a couple years ago?
No, that's just FCS. Right?
I'm just saying, it's a perceived lower league.
But again,
here's an easy hold a poke here. When are you gonna where on the calendar does it do it? So am I gonna watch Auburn and Oklahoma, or am I gonna watch James Madison play Tulane in the same time slot?
I feel like you can figure that part out. So But
there's 3 times when we're not going to start playing games at 8 in the morning. It's in Premier League.
What that would do is you give them a chance to actually have a national championship.
I think you're onto something.
I'm trying to
by the
get to
way.
relegation. Is what my whole point is here.
Relegation will never occur.
Hey, by the way.
Oh my God, how awesome would it be though?
This, you know what this idea sounds like? This idea sounds like the one I said on Tuesday on this show. So far, it is.
Oh, I didn't want to listen.
Like there's, in fact, the same inflection and everything.
I didn't hear it,
Yeah.
but hey, so same thing. But I'm trying to. My whole point is get to relegation, right?
Yeah.
So you take these things and like you do this,
Yeah.
you do this, you put this. But I mean, can you imagine? Let's say this. Let's say the problem with this is that you look at the playoff and you've got James Madison playing Oregon, and you got Tulane playing Ole Miss, right? If we didn't allow that nonsense and you actually had, I mean, I'd say the next 2 best teams, in my opinion, are Notre Dame and Texas. In my opinion, that's it. Or Vandy or something. You sub in whoever you want. But can you imagine a game where Texas was going to play at Autzen and play in Oregon this week, and you had Notre Dame going to Ole Miss? We would not sit here. We would not have griped about, oh, hey, being the 7 seed playing Miami if those were the other 2 teams. We're only kind of mildly upset about the fact that we didn't get the easier draw, the Tulane or James Madison. But I mean, you take those things. Can you imagine how much better those games would be if you didn't have these G5 schools automatically in, or even like the ACC champion, because they're pretty terrible.
I think what you're saying has some merit. I do. I know you don't think promotion and relegation can happen. I think it could happen.
It could be awesome, though. How awesome would it be?
But I think there should be some untouchables.
You're a soccer guy. Come on. Think about it. You say you take the SEC and they partner with one of the group of 5 conferences. Say the Sun Belt, for example. Well, this year, the Sun Belt champion, who was, is it Tulane? Or which one is the Sun Belt? James Madison? Which I can't remember.
Yeah, Tulane's American.
Yeah.
Okay, so James Madison somehow, and whoever the lowest team, I guess it was Arkansas or Kentucky, I can't remember, they drop down and James Madison comes up for a year.
Well, okay, but then we're going to go back to, well, James Madison and Tulane never have a chance to win the national championship. Then why were we going to stick them in the SEC? Just so they go undefeated and get kicked down again?
No, they won't, because they're not in the SEC.
They're going to win their national championship of their fake power -2 conference. So that's the best that they can do. And then they can go get their butts kicked the next year.
And get sent back down. And
so if you have 80 teams, the A&Ms, the Ohio States, the Miamis, the Texas, all these schools would probably never get
the Liverpools, the Manchesters.
Exactly.
See, here's the thing about relegation, and twofold, because I'm a massive Premier League fan, and I am a fan of a club that is quite possibly going down this year for the first time since 2009. Like, we are in a relegation scrap. Relegation will never work. It just won't. It's the same way with getting rid of the bowl system. All of this goes all the way back, and it always will, to money. That's all it's about. That's all it's about at the top level of this sport. And it's unfortunate, but it's true. And so we're still going to get the Poulan Weed Eater Bowl. We're still going to get all these lower bowls. And you're going to have schools like Notre Dame decided they want to take their ball and go home. And then App State said, you know what? We'll play in a bowl, even though it's a rematch against somebody we played earlier in the year. And you'll still have schools that want to have the opportunity of the bowl experience and that extra game and getting the experience for the younger guys. And I don't think it'll matter until there are, 10 teams right now that have opted out of bowls? 10 Division I teams have opted out of bowls. That's garbage, man. It's just straight garbage. And people will go, well, yeah, what did A&M do back in the Jimbo days? Well, I thought that was cowardly too. Like, go play in a bowl game. Let your second stringers play. Let your third stringers play. It's an experience to go to a bowl game. It's an extra week and a half, 2 weeks of practice that you get. Being around each other and working basically towards the next year. Like, you're getting an early fall camp or early spring camp, basically. So I don't watch all, 36, 32 bowl games, however many there are, but I watch a good number of them because it's football, right? Kind of the same thing you were talking about. So if those earlier games were the G5, playoff bracket, then I'd be more inclined to watch them because I know they're going to be competitive because these guys are playing for a trophy. But if again, with the bowl money, like, there's some bowls that aren't going to want James Madison Tulane.
There's only, in my opinion, and I haven't given this that much thought, there's 2 ways to save the bowls. Okay? You expand your playoffs.
Which I think is going to happen.
But you super expand it.
Well,
right?
yeah.
Right? That's one. Or you do my awesome idea of starting it Labor Day weekend to start the season. You qualify for your bowl next year. That's your non-conference to start the year. Those are the 2 options. Or maybe a spring game that nobody's going to play in. But it has to matter if you want your players to play in it. So that's your non-conference game. It's your bowl game to start the year, Labor Day weekend. Those are the 2 options. I don't make the rules. Actually, I just did. I did. Yeah, I made them. That's the rule.
I am 100% positive though they'd find ways to make money if you did some other things. Again, relegation isn't a necessity, but separate them where they have their.
It is great.
Where they. I mean, I like the idea, but separate them.
I don't know if in American sports you can do it.
You can't. Yeah.
Our audience, our fan, like, can you imagine in the NFL? Like, all right, we're gonna drop you to the Arena League, and like you have NRG Stadium,
Well, that's the other thing to look at, though, is also, relegation works out well in the Premier League and other leagues, I believe. I mean, they have relegation as well, like La Liga and Bundesliga. But they have a tiered system, right? So they have like 4 different levels of professional.
Yeah.
So, and you could look at it that way between P4 and G5 as being 2 tiers, but that's a really hard sell because it's never been that way.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, I just think it would be a far better product if you actually had the 12 best teams.
Well, I'm a 16-team guy. I think they should expand to 16, but no more. But
and eliminate the bye. Eliminate the bye in the first round. I think that's important too, and get rid of the championship games. I'm sorry, it just doesn't make sense anymore. But I'll just say my entire premise is that get to where we've got the 12 best teams, because the idea of looking at a spread and seeing that Oregon's a 20.5 point favorite in a playoff game, and that Ole Miss is playing a team they already beat by 5 touchdowns. Is just awful. It's bad TV.
No, but it's inclusion. We've got to invite everybody.
No, not everybody needs to be invited. I'm sorry. I mean, give me the spread right now of what Texas versus James Madison would be, or what Notre Dame versus Tulane would be.
The same.
Who's the better team?
I mean, it'd be the same.
Yeah. So put them in. So let me see Notre Dame. I want to see Notre Dame.
In the NFL, we don't get the best teams though. Sometimes.
Yeah, but in college, that's the thing. College football, we have the opportunity to. We can literally look at it and go, okay. I mean. Who's? I mean, I don't care what the eye test. There's the deserving part. All that's nonsense. And then you literally look at then you actually, instead of the deserving part, if you're saying the best teams, if you look at the resumes, right? Our resume, A&M's resume, is better than if you really genuinely look at it. Our resume is better than Tech, Oregon, and Ole Miss. So we should be number 4 into that scenario. And stop putting out the committee paints themselves into a corner every time they put out a weekly update. Wait till the very end and then just do it.
Yeah, but the weekly update is for money. It's for TV revenue and like, oh my God, where's my team? Oh my God, I'm the 6th.
Which relates in clicks and clicks and clicks, which is all
monetized. But they're doing a disservice because now you painted yourself in a corner. You can't. They already look dumb by putting having Notre Dame ahead of Miami the entire time. Then all of a sudden they don't play and then they jump them.
Don't we think it's kind of stupid to have a committee say who the best is? Like, I know you were kind of defending it, but like. I'm going to vote for this team.
So this is an interesting one because
the thing is what it is.
No, but we could probably figure out a system that works on merit. Like,
well, I think this is what's interesting because the game isn't played on paper, so it can't be completely just like people are saying, hey, what was wrong with the BCS system? Just apply it to 12 or 16 teams, right? So I think having a committee, but again, the issues you have with the committee is people are affiliated with certain colleges.
How many times have we watched a boxing match where the judges get it completely wrong? Or even a UFC fight from time to time? Like, all the time, because people are stupid.
But I think there can be a combination of those 2 things. But, and again, how do you form a committee without bias, right? So, we're not going to have any ADs. Okay, well, then who are we going to have? Well, we're going to have sports writers. Well, that's not going to help either. All right,
they have biases.
Because every sports writer started probably somewhere in some college town. All right.
Like, I'm not a Heisman Trophy voter. Had Marcel had a great season, and you put him up against Mendoza. That's a hard one too, by the way.
Boy, he looked good.
Yeah, but he's also part of the team. But I'm gonna go if the tie is gonna go to the runner, and the runner's gonna be A&M. That's just how it works for everybody.
I think there's probably
not everybody, but a lot.
There's probably some sort of happy medium that we'll never find.
Mendoza should win the Heisman just off of his post-game interview.
He was great. So K. Mick on the chat and he's correct, and we're going to lose half of our audience because they're going to hear the word soccer, right? But Champions League,
football.
Their postseason tournament is the best in sports. I agree with it. You don't watch enough but would you agree the format of the Champions League for the most part is the best playoff in sports?
I think, it's this kind of apples to oranges because it's inclusive of so many leagues. But absolutely, Champions League is top tier.
So just so you understand how Champions League works, and I want to present this and then make it to a football thing. Champions League takes
the four best teams from every of the top league in Europe. Okay.
Okay.
So in Spain, the four best teams go. They qualify.
Four best Premier League.
Boom.
Four best Bundesliga from
And then
Germany.
the smaller conferences, smaller leagues, don't get as many buys into this tournament. And it's all based on what happened the year prior. But my point is, you could have, I don't know, two teams from Portugal in it because they're not as big of a league, right? And they all represent the postseason, which is actually concurrent. It's happening as the season's going on. That's a whole different argument. But you could do that. You could do the four best teams from the SEC, right? You could have it. You could have the four best teams from not the Big 12, the Big 10. Big 12 maybe gets two teams, guaranteed. And then you take away the vote. You completely take away the
Just do it straight standings.
And then you've got to figure out how you. I think you have to have a more clear differentiator between ties. Like, but it's percentage, it's strength of record. This guy that I make up is not a good guy. He sucks. This guy, like, I hate him. Is he the other part of me?
It's when Nuño goes high pitched. Did you know this other dude's showing up? And you're just like,
oh, okay. Here comes Nuño's other personality.
Well, and what's funny in that situation, though, if you look at it, one, you would have to have all the conferences agree on the same tiebreaker rules, which I think could happen. I think that's realistic for the conferences to agree on that, right? I mean, regardless of how stupid they might end up being, they'll all be the same. But at that point, you have essentially completely canned conference championship games. They're completely unnecessary if you do that.
So I think what you do is your conference champion gets one of the top four seeds.
Yeah, but again, like, what if it's Duke?
Then it's Duke.
All right.
Hey, Roy, what's on your mind?
Yeah, it's been 28 minutes.
Yeah, we got into it.
Drowning.
Thank y'all for poking holes in it.
Do we need to take a break?
No, we can. Let's just do it.
All right. So what's on my mind? And this is, I know this. Sunday feels like it was 3 years ago, right? I mean, with everything that's happened since basically at starting at 12:07, Eastern time on Sunday.
Yep.
Everything has just been talked ad nauseum and all this, and the whole. It's been so great because the Sips were the whiners heading into it.
And they look better now.
They're fine now, but on the back end, I get Notre Dame whining. So, like, two of the fan bases I can't stand are acting like complete petulant children online for the world to see, and it has brought me so much joy in this holiday season. Talk about the birth of Jesus, and I get this on top of it. Like, Christmas came early for me, man.
Yeah. Roy's hat really tells a lot about him.
Yeah, it says I exist out of spite.
Yeah,
which is really
it's
Roy.
Yeah.
Here's my solution, and it just bugs me. Like I said earlier, it bugs me about these teams opting out of bowl games. It does. And here's my solution, and it's very simple. I saw, this get kicked around. There's been a million opinions on this. I saw a thread. He was like, ban them for 3 to 5 years for bowl games and affect their NIL. I'm like, that's crazy talk. That's crazy talk. If you decline your bowl game, the following year, you're not eligible to be in the playoffs. Doesn't mean you're not bowl eligible, but you're not eligible to be in the playoffs. And what this does, it holds colleges' feet to the fire by saying, if you say you're not, if you know that's the rule and you're still gonna decline a bowl, you are telling the world that you don't think you're good enough to be in the playoffs next year. And so now all of a sudden you're accountable to a lot more people than just the bowl system and the NCAA. You're telling your players that, you're telling your fans that, you're saying, I don't think we're gonna be in the top 12 next year, so why are we playing a bowl this year?
The problem with that, though, is you can't control young men that are gonna opt out because they want to go.
I don't care. That's why you have a depth chart. I mean, let the practice team guys play.
I will say, you can't tell me the second and third string guys on Notre Dame didn't want to go play in a bowl game.
Well, let me ask you this. I would have enjoyed it way more had A&M beat USC in the Las Vegas Bowl. But did that game matter to you guys?
Not one bit.
It did because
you watched it because
I watched it because
it's A&M football.
You watched it like a spring game, though, right?
Well, no, I wanted them to win. I want us to win bowl games. I want us to bring every trophy. I don't care if it's the Cheez-It Bowl trophy. But like any trophy we can win, hardware, stack it up, right? Even if it's quote unquote meaningless bowl games, you win to a bowl game and you won. I don't care what the circumstances were. It's important to put stuff in trophy cases. Like hardware matters to me.
Another thing that soccer gets right, it's the little tournaments that you would think, is this a big deal?
Europa League.
They all matter.
They all matter. Carabao Cup matters.
They all matter.
It does, and they don't. And again, it matters kind of depending on where you are relative to the rest of the league or the rest of college football. But you can't tell me that App State doesn't want to bring home a trophy, right?
Yeah.
So
Bro, I'm trying to beat you at tic-tac-toe. Like for me, like it matters. Like I lost to my nephew once, and like it stung for like a year.
I still remember some of the defeats I took in 5th grade around the world, like math around the world. Ari, I still remember his name.
Oh, I don't know. That guy's a punk.
Clearly.
Is he watching?
Hey, by the way, congratulations to the Twins.
Oh, thank you very much.
That's
Very proud
awesome
of them.
news.
Very proud of them.
Yeah.
Cruz is already accepted. Christian is probably accepting soon.
Good.
Probably.
His boys got into A&M, in case y'all haven't heard already. So they're good boys.
Gig it.
Gig
them all.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
But that's my solution. Expand to 16 teams. If you decline a bowl, you're ineligible for the playoffs the following year. That's it.
If you decline a bowl, you should have to run from your campus all the way to the Brazos Running Company, located at Century Square. You can buy yourself new shoes because that'll probably be 400 or 500 miles, and you'll need.
By the time you get there, you're going to need them.
Yeah, because shoes are supposed to be replaced after 400 or 500 miles.
Probably pick up a second pair because once you run back,
maybe a pair of Brooks, maybe a pair of On, maybe some.
Forrest
Hokas.
kept the same shoes the entire time, by the way.
Hey, it's Christmas.
He wore a suit.
Yeah,
Like,
but
he was in
his
khakis
shoes
and like
didn't wear out. His shoes, you just,
Hey,
good pair of Nikes.
Hey, it's the Christmas season, and like being sneakerheads, like Marty Smith was talking about earlier. Being a sneakerhead's just a thing these days.
Yeah.
So Brazos Running Companies.
That's the place to go.
Come on.
You remind me a little bit of Forrest, by the way.
Thanks,
and
man.
by the way,
Not the good part.
Mike, by the way, has 2 daughters, Haley and Macy, and they've started a company, maceandhay.com. You should check it out. They wanted to rep the Aggie spirit with sweet, stylish, comfortable clothing, so they made pajamas, and they're awesome. They also have baby blankets and most recently stationary wallpaper launching soon as well. And their pajamas feature artwork inspired by A&M traditions, giving the classic A&M spirit and a feminine timeline twist. By the way, Christmas season's here. Great place to check it out.
Still in time to ship?
Yeah. maceandhay.com. maceandhay.com. And we are back on the Fan Show, brought to you by Prize Picks. PrizePicks.com/TexAgs. I like that guy. That voice I like.
That's
it's better.
He's not like this guy who's a dork. And, you making fun of me at the break, that's going to come back and haunt you.
What did I do?
I'm going to be honest. We could probably write a book with the conversations we have at break.
Oh.
And 90% of it would be Browning, because when he tells a story, you get every detail.
You know what? I'm a good storyteller. All right, I get it from my mother.
You're a long-winded storyteller.
Yes, but hey, I'm pretty sure you listen to it all. It's very entertaining.
Sorry, what did you just say?
It's honestly, it's like watching the slowest train wreck ever. Sometimes he's like, dude, we're all standing there in a circle. You know what? I remember it was like 11:37 in the morning. I remember there was a couple leaves in front of me, and I'm like, Browning, how does this affect the story?
Petey was standing to my left. You don't know him. He's a good guy. He went to
great guy.
Let me tell you
Great
right
guy.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Let me get back to the story. Let's get back to college football.
Yeah, A&M versus we're playing Miami.
So how do we feel about A&M's path to a national championship? You're in the playoffs, which means you're in the conversation, right? So how do we feel? And we did a week already of them being the 6 or the 7 seed, so we knew it wasn't going to change, right?
And it's not changing.
Right.
So
it is what it is.
Yeah.
There's that guy again.
There he is.
So the 7 seed.
Start naming your voices.
Hey, this is playoff Nuño. That's what we're going to call him.
Well, my buddy Matt Hugo, shout out to Matt. His birthday was yesterday. He texted me. He goes, "Hey, are you still the same guy from college?" He was a fraternity brother of mine, one of my best friends in the world. He goes, in college, when your teams would lose games, you would grow this beard, this homeless man beard. Do you still do that when the Aggies lose? I go, not as much. I had some scruff this week, but I used to be depressed and I just wouldn't shave.
That's like the inverse of hockey.
Yeah. There's a playoff beard. There's sad David beard.
Sad Nuño beard.
Hey, playoff Nuño. So, yes, so it is. We have, obviously, I think if you look at it from, on paper, we definitely have the hardest road. I mean, you've got to go and you've got to beat Miami. Now, luckily that's at home, but that is that's the toughest matchup of the first round. Then you've got to go play who's been arguably the best team in college football this year in Ohio State. They did lose to Indiana, but I mean, it's one of those, if I watched that entire game and I thought to myself, all right, Indiana played their hearts out, but if they played this game 10 times, I'm thinking Ohio State wins 7.
You know what? That game actually changed my opinion, because I thought Ohio State was really the favorite to win the national championship. Not running away with it, kind of like everybody's playing for second, but I thought Ohio State was the best team in the country. And what I watched Indiana do, they didn't look desperate. They didn't look like they played their hearts out. Indiana just looked like they went out there and played Kurt Signetti football. That's all they did. They just went out there and executed, and they beat Ohio State, just proving that they're the better team. So right now, to me, if I had to literally put my own money on it, like who's going to win the national championship, I put it on Indiana.
Yeah, I would say that.
Because I also never put money on the eggs, because if you lose twice.
Yeah, you lose twice. But I mean, still sitting here, Ohio State still is as much of a juggernaut as Indiana would be, it was a 3-point game. So yes, I think that's the next round. And then of course, then you have to go. Then if you win that game, you're more than likely going to have to play Georgia, who is not a good matchup for us. For everything they do well is where we struggle. Where Alabama would have been a far better matchup, and that does slay me though. As bad as Alabama, if we beat Texas, we win. We beat Alabama in the SEC championship game. I digress. So, but yeah, you get past them, and then you got Georgia, and then probably, like you said, Indiana. So you've literally, to win a national championship, you've got to beat Miami, Ohio State, Georgia, and then number 1 Indiana.
Okay.
More than likely.
So a couple of thoughts. Okay.
Which I love. Might as well do it.
There's nothing you can do about the 7 seed, right? We agree. Mm-hmm. That was what it was going to be.
Other than piss and moan for a handful of days.
We can complain. Yeah.
Change the page. All right, turn the page. So I think A&M as the 7 seed actually has an easier path than people would think. And I don't think it's easy. It's easy.
There is no easy path. And that's the thing. Hey, outside of the first round matchups, if you didn't get Tulane and you didn't get James Madison, it's not going to matter next round.
Then hang on.
Let me explain to you why.
Let me pose a question while you're explaining this to help me understand.
Sure. At the same time? Go. Ready, both of you go.
So who has a harder path, I guess, is what I would say.
Maybe Oklahoma, Alabama.
Okay, and then they get because they get Indiana in the next round. And then they get Oregon or Tech possibly, and then they play the winner.
I'm not even saying it's not the hardest. It might be the hardest. My point is, it could have been a lot harder.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I think that is, all right, so I think Miami can beat A&M. So when I say this, it's not a shot at A&M or at Miami. I think Miami is very capable of beating A&M. Yeah. You're taking on a team in the ACC that hasn't taken on, I believe, tough challenge in months. Okay? That's what I believe. You want to say Pitt was a tough challenge? Okay. I don't think so. I think the ACC is a weaker conference.
Well,
I think we can all agree with that,
I think
right?
between, like when it comes to the Pitt results, between Miami and Notre Dame's performances against Pitt, I think it proves that although there is this mentality that playing at Pitt or having played Pitt, it's always going to be a dogfight. Like, it's just not always the case.
I thought the most favorable matchup for A&M in the first round would have been Bama, of the possibilities. The only thing that I worried about Bama is I don't think they beat themselves. I think Miami could beat themselves. Okay, so that's how I look at the Miami matchup. Now let's move to Ohio State. I think Ohio State's thinking to themselves, holy smokes, we have to play A&M potentially in the second round.
DFW?
In Texas.
Yeah.
This is a team that could have been the number one team in the country 3 weeks ago. There was an argument to be made for A&M being the best. So that's our first round matchup, and we're doing it in their backyard. So what I'm saying is it ain't easy. I'm not thinking right now. It's hard for me to envision a national championship based on this path. But based on this path, I think it's a lot more favorable than I would have expected. And here's the other part of it. It's a weird system when the 5 seed for 2 straight years looks like they have an easier path. Last year's 5 seed was Texas. Okay? Yeah. I'm going to tell you who Texas had to play. Their first matchup was against a bad Clemson team. Their second matchup was against Arizona State, who I don't think was at the same level. Even though they had a chance, I don't think they're at the same level. Their third matchup was Ohio State, who was an 8 seed last year. They won the national championship. Where? At the Cotton Bowl. The 5 seed this year is Oregon. Who are they playing? James Madison. Who do they get after that? Texas Tech. And then they'll take, of course, it's the playoffs. If you keep winning, the matchups are supposed to get harder. You get Indiana. So I think it's interesting that the 5 seed, Oregon, to me, has an easier path than Ohio State.
Oh, no, I agree with that. No, that part I agree with. And when you pose a question, I thought you were meaning from an A&M standpoint.
I'm just saying from an A&M standpoint, we're already 7. There's nothing you can do.
Nothing you can do about it. You've got to play the teams you got to play. And I will say that the beautiful thing is if you do take that path that we just talked about, you beat Miami, you beat Ohio State, you beat Georgia, and then you beat the winner on the other side, more than likely, as we're sitting here now, it looks like would be Indiana. You win that out, no one can question that was the best team in college football this year, right? So that's a nice part. It puts all we had a weak schedule behind us, all that nonsense. So that part's cool. And look, if you're gonna win a national championship, you got to beat the best teams. And so I'm okay with it all. We griped, it's over. Put it behind us. Move forward. We've got a big game. We got an awesome opportunity at Kyle Field.
The biggest game in the history of Texas A&M football.
One of them, yeah. I mean, at least in our lifetimes, for sure.
At Kyle Field.
Yeah, at Kyle. A playoff game at Kyle is going to be insane. And I do hate the fact that it's a noon game or 11 a.m. kick. That's a bummer. But I get why they do it because you're competing against NFL later that night.
Well, and ABC, ESPN got the first pick. And you know they're not going to take the James Madison or the Tulane game. So really it was either Saturday 11 a.m. or Friday night. Those were the 2 slots. Right. And maybe game day had something to do with that, even though they're going to both places. I don't know.
Yeah.
We got to hit a break here. Philip Vargas, dear friend of mine, says, a shout out to Roy May. And he goes,
oh, no.
Go Navy.
Go
beat Army.
Nope. Go Army, beat Navy. It is Army-Navy week.
Yeah, I want to hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I'm going to get to it.
We'll hit a break. It is TexAgs Live. Right now we're talking about the Association of Former Students. If your organization or business is looking for an opportunity to engage with Aggies, you need to check out the Association of Former Students. They bring Aggies of all ages together during their marquee events, and these events are held throughout the year. We're talking about the big ones like Aggie Ring Day, All Aggie Hullabaloo, and The Gathering. They welcome tens of thousands of guests, and there are many sponsorship and vendor opportunities available to get your brand in front of those attendees. And they offer a wide variety of both digital and in-person options to promote your brand. This includes title sponsorship, naming, on-site presence, activation, recognition, and social media posts, and much, much more. There's also advertising opportunities in both the Texas Aggie magazine and the Aggie News newsletter, which are seen by over 230,000 people. So if your business is ready to engage with Aggies, choose a partner with the organization that's been supporting the Aggie Network for over 140 years. For more information on options available through the association, please email sponsorships@aggienetwork.com. It is the Association of Former Students. Hey friends, David Nuño here for Prize Picks. They're back on TexAgs, prizepicks.com/TexAgs. Use the code TexAgs to get $50 once you play in $5 lineups. And Prize Picks is the best place to win cash while watching sports. Football season's here, basketball coming up, baseball, you name it. You go to prizepicks.com/TexAgs and start having some fun watching sports, making some money on there. And you can play Prize Picks in over 40 states, including California and Texas. Remember, they'll give you $50 in lineups once you play $5 lineups on Prize Picks. And they have the new thing. It's called It's Good to Be Right campaign, and they're kicking off the upcoming NFL season with their bold new campaign, It's Good to Be Right. The seasonal long push celebrates the thrills of getting it right, from the perfect prediction to winning your Prize Picks lineups. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. And we're back. It is TexAgs Live. We are presented by David Gardner's Jewelers. We're in the Rollo Insurance Studio. It is time to play the
fan show game that we call the Prize Picks game. I just changed the name, and that's brought to you by prizepicks.com/TexAgs. Tell us more.
It's the leader in daily fantasy sports. No better way to play.
Why did you read it like you were?
I'm not reading anything. I'm working on something
There's no
else
better way to play.
Hi, the terrorists are treating me very finely. Thank you.
Blink if you're okay.
Yeah.
You got Friar Blanche over here.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, Blanche Dubois from.
Who's Friar?
Friar, because McGee wants to cut your hair like a
McGee
friar.
wanted you to get a Friar.
Oh yeah,
cut.
yeah. Look, for the right amount of money, you can
$200
do whatever you want.
I believe you young kids call that a mashup. That's what I just did.
You would get a George Costanza haircut for $200?
Yeah. How long do I have to wear it for?
Like, at least through the game.
A month.
A month?
No, I mean, $170.
Dude, if you shave it off, though, man, it may never come back.
It'll come back.
I've shaved my head before.
Don't scare them. Just let it be.
I will give. They can do whatever they want for my hair for
$100.
$200.
$200.
And I'll keep it like that for a week.
Hold on, I negotiate. $250. Hold on, this is my whole job. I can negotiate.
Can we shave the edges of your mustache? Just
I don't know if that would be a good look.
Yeah,
I don't know if I can do that.
Here it is.
Do this for me and you, though.
We're about to find out if this is possible. Can somebody on the YouTube page do a $200 super chat? We'll do it on air after the show. Like, we'll keep it going, though.
I get all 200 though, right? Because if we super chat, that goes straight to the TexAgs.
Yeah, we'll tell Josh.
We might want to get this in writing. We do need Sherlock here.
Yeah. All right, just come to the office and give us $200. All right, let's get into the game.
And he's picking for Hunter today.
Is that
you get
is
to
that
make
allowed?
No.
You make executive decisions here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All we have this week is Army, Navy, and the LA.
I don't like the way you said that.
We have.
Hold on. Normally we have dozens of games. We have the most important game, and we have the LA Bowl. Can either of y'all tell me who's playing in the
Boise
LA
State.
Boise State.
Is that Los Angeles or Louisiana?
Washington
LA.
State?
Los Angeles. Boise State is correct. And
Wazoo?
other Washington team?
Washington State?
Yeah.
Just Washington.
Oh. The reason I know that is because you said it when you walked out.
Oh, they're playing UW.
Did I?
Yeah, you mentioned it. So that's the only reason I knew.
Well, that's
be
all.
impressed by me.
We've got 2 games to pick from.
You want to talk about coming up with names that I've never heard? Let's talk about the Boise State Washington football game. I'm just going to assume that you're not making them up.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. That will be a fun game to play. All right, this one we should all know. Blake Horvath. You've heard of him before, the Navy quarterback.
Yes.
First, we've got more than or less than 110.5 passing yards.
More than. Army's pass defense is actually pretty decent, but that's kind of a low number, and Navy's a good football team this year.
Do they throw the ball?
Yes.
They do it all.
Navy was in the running to win their conference, all right? So, Navy isn't bad. This is the same conference Tulane is in.
He has thrown 9 touchdowns and 5 interceptions this year. He's thrown for 1,300 yards.
About 100 yards a game.
Yeah, he's about 100. And you said a 110?
110.
Give me more.
You know what? What's the weather going to be like in Baltimore on Saturday? Do we know?
Cold and rainy.
Well, I know it's going to be cold, but is it going to be rainy? Is it going to be snowing?
Baltimore seems like a place that rains a lot.
I'm going to go less.
You know what? I'm going to switch. I want to go less on that.
Oh, my goodness. All right, well, now we've got his rushing number, which is Blake Horvath, more than or less than 109.5 rushing yards.
Give it to me. I'm all in.
I'm going more as well.
You go less. Screw Navy.
All right, now we've got Army's quarterback. Can anybody name Army's quarterback?
Oh, gosh. What's his name? I just watched him on an interview.
I have no idea.
Noted Army fan.
Dwayne Coleman.
No.
That's what
ChatGPT and Google AI.
That is not an Army fan. That is an Army veteran.
Bryson Luter.
Helms.
Cale Helms. Correct.
Gosh, bless.
This is a note why you should never use Google AI because it gave you 2 wrong names.
Yeah. So this is actually
we've got
fantastic kid, by the way. If you ever heard any of his interviews, he's a fantastic. I mean, when any of the Service Academy kids give an interview, they're generally pretty good, but he's really cool.
Is he fantastic enough to throw for more than 65.5 passing yards?
God, this is
that might be the lowest number.
So
ever.
Army actually throws a little bit more than they normally do. This year, he's able to throw the ball. They have people that can actually catch the football.
We just got a super chat.
You said 60 something?
I was hoping it was 200. Shout out to Derrick Henry, $1.99. We're almost there.
Hey, we're 10% of the way.
We're getting there.
We're
Derek,
1% of the way there.
1%. You know what? I'll go more because I think at some point they're going to have to throw the ball.
Yeah.
And that's literally the way they throw the ball. They don't throw screen passes or anything in the flat. It's up the seam, tied into a wide receiver. They huck it up there, and somehow they come down with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go more.
I'm going to say more. Just because I feel like they're going to open the playbook and they throw the kitchen sink out.
Open the playbook?
Against UTSA, he threw for 38 yards. That was a good game.
That was a fantastic football game. Did you know that?
That was a good game.
Yeah, they won 27-24.
So Army's tight end caught the game-winning touchdown. First time an Army tight end has caught a touchdown since 2008.
Against Tulsa, another stellar performance, 6 of 10 for 64 yards.
See, now you're getting in there.
They ended up losing that game, unfortunately.
Yes, they did.
So what was the yardage?
65.5.
You know what? I'm just feeling in a more mood.
All right, what about his rushing number? 107.5.
More.
Less.
More.
All right, hold on. Got you.
I think this might be my favorite game of the
He
year.
is the straw that stirs the drink, man, on that offense.
All right, Boise State's quarterback,
I don't know.
Maddox Madsen. This guy was
That is
the
a
one who
fake
beat
name.
out Malachi Nelson.
If you were to make like an AI-generated name for a video game team, that would be Maddox Madsen.
Yeah, for a white boy that plays quarterback in Boise State, it would be Max Madsen.
Well,
He's got a great smile. Look at
do
that.
you think he's going to throw for more than or less than 200.5 passing yards against Washington?
Well, given my knowledge of the Washington pass
Let me tell you a
defense,
little bit about it.
I don't know. I'm going to say more.
It's
Why
Boise
not?
State. There's big numbers. Normally, anything on the West Coast is
More than.
more.
I'm going to be honest with you. I can know who the player is, and I'm guessing either way, right? I mean, it's always a guess.
you
'cause
are
it's-
pretty clearly guessing.
Well, they set the.
You are. Wait, actually, you're in the lead.
I'm in the lead, dude. I'm winning. this thing.
52 and 48. Wait, actually, no, Roy, you've got 53 wins, but a worse winning percentage.
That's because somebody keeps skipping shows.
That's not true. I've been here.
Show skipper.
Oh, I missed one.
Okay, DeMond Williams. Anyone want to tell me what position he plays for Washington?
Washington wide receiver.
He's their quarterback.
He's the quarterback. More than or less than 234.5 passing yards.
More.
Where's this game being played? Inside the
LA.
sphere?
Yeah.
It's in Vegas.
234?
Yeah.
Give me less.
I thought you were in a more mood.
I was until I looked at his stats.
I'll go less because he's looking at stats.
I'm going more.
All right, we've got Navy's running back Alex Texa. More than or less than 63.5 rushing yards.
More.
We all go more.
I'll go more just because they did. Because I can't find them on the internet.
And finally, Denzel Boston, the wide receiver from Washington. More than or less than 60.5 receiving yards.
I wrote Denzel Washington. What's his name? Denzel what?
Denzel Boston.
DB. DBU.
You don't know him.
Yeah, of course. He's the wide receiver from
I'm
Washington.
saying less.
How many yards?
60.5.
I got a story about Denzel in a minute, by the way.
Oh, boy.
60.5. More mood.
Less.
All right, that's all we got. Let's hear the story.
It's not a good story.
Oh.
But did you know
It's
that?
a story for break.
Did you know that Denzel, his actual name is Denzel, not Denzel.
Mm-hmm.
But he changed it when he became an actor because I think they messed it up. So he's become Denzel, but his parents call him Denzel.
Denzel.
Does anybody care about the story?
It's kind of like how some people call you Nuño.
Oh, that was a look.
You know, the beauty is I control when he's on the show. That's the best part of it. By the way,
You got the entire control room cracking up.
I heard a laugh back there. Hey, I do it for laughs, people.
I've heard of that
I'm here
about
all
you.
week until I get fired.
As a reminder, the final segment of the program is about to happen. I'm supposed to have already happened. And that's brought to you by Double Days. Right now, caller number 12, 979-693-1150. We'll hook you up with your choice of a dozen pepperoni rolls or a large one-topping pizza. They've been serving Aggieland since 1984 with your favorite pizza and, of course, those world-famous pepperoni rolls. Reliable in-house delivery, bringing piping hot goodness straight to your door. Just click on doubledaves.com and your favorites are on their way.
Best made taste to put a smile on your face.
loud that is. Look at that snap. I mean, I might be the world's best snapper.
Uh,
All right, at the table. That's pretty good. Not bad. By the way, we got to check in with Luke Evangelist in a minute, but look what I just found on this table. $200.
2 C notes, courtesy of Browning Roofing.
Matt Browning said, all right, Luke, you'll do the Friar haircut, which is a lot worse than I thought.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I was thinking it was a Costanza. It's not the Costanza.
No, it's the Friar ring.
So we might go long on the YouTube page if Luke is not just a coward and a man of his word.
You have to have him come back in and really make the decision.
Yeah, he's got to make the decision. I don't know if we should do it in the studio. I don't want hair like when I'm doing the show tomorrow. Can you imagine Billy? Somebody's cut their hair here. He's going to have to go outside. But we can... or at
least put down a tarp. We can do it over there in the holistic planning zone?
Yeah. No, it's still going to be in the studio. I don't think I want hair.
You should let OB cut it.
Now that's something. Let's check in with Luke Evangelist, who's going to check in with Buppy, because we got Buppy's catering and bartending hooking us up with some great food. Luke?
It's not Luke. It's Scoon.
Scoon.
We got some shrimp, some chicken, chicken breast, some veggies, some bread, and there's great potatoes. And then we got some banana dessert right there for you.
Scoon, what do you sound like when you're excited?
I scream.
I want you to say like bananas.
Bananas.
Okay, let's check in. I think with Luke Evangelist. Or are you going to talk to Buppy?
I'm talking to Buppy. I'm interviewing him right here.
Oh, there he is. Hey, Buppy.
All right, Mr. Buppy. We got playoff football at Kyle Field. Aggies against the Hurricanes. What are your thoughts on the game?
It's something that Kyle Field's never seen before. So it's a big moment for the Aggies to put their best foot forward and get the results that we're looking for. And it's just an exciting time to be an Aggie because the future is very bright.
I love it. And do you have a new slogan for us this week?
We're just going to go back to what worked in the past. Coach Elko, TexAgs, Buppy's Catering and Bartending is one heck of a championship combination.
It is indeed. I love it. All right, Mr. Dave, we're back to you.
Scoon, real quick. Wait. Look at the guns on this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Buppy can fight, dude.
David said, look at the guns on you.
Buppy with the guns. All right, thank you, Scoon. We got 30 seconds left on Brian Broadcasting on the Zone, 1150. I think we're going to find out. We're just going to go a little bit longer on the YouTube page. Are you second guessing yourself?
No, not at all.
So we got $200 on the table. Luke initially said he would do the Friar look. He's walking in the studio, so we'll just go a couple of minutes longer on the YouTube. No, come on.
Yeah, there's cameras.
Hold on. Can
look around the camera.
we just chat about this?
Yeah, we can chat about it on air about
I've got
it.
like 3 interviews to do today.
Have a seat, please. You can wear a hat.
One of them is in 30 minutes.
Talk on your mic.
I have this mic.
Oh.
One of them's in 30 minutes that I still need to prepare for and reach out to my guests and confirm and make sure everything's good. So I don't think we have time to do it right now. But
this is like the LeBron decision. This is huge.
Here's a proposition for tomorrow morning on the show.
What?
And we can put a tarp down there. I know I heard you.
We don't want hair
But
in
if
the
you
studio.
put a tarp down, we can just...
You think Billy's going to be okay with that? You need to do it outdoors when it's cold, and it can just fly everywhere.
I'm going to be freezing out there.
Wear a jacket.
While getting a haircut, then there's hair in my jacket. See, when was the last time you got a haircut with a lot of hair? Because my hair will go everywhere.
2 months ago.
Yeah, he had more hair then. But, yeah, you got a lot of hair. Look, it's right. That's you make the choice.
You know what? And what I will say.
Are we going bald or are we going buzz and then hair?
Friar cut.
It's basically a zero guard.
Yeah. Good with me.
You don't have to big
Tomorrow on the show.
So here's a question.
I'm not going to do it outside, though.
Brownie, you're putting up the money. So is this dealer's choice? He can go Friar or he can go Costanza?
Costanza?
I am being bald.
I'm a silent
top,
partner
but
here.
having all your hair.
All I'm doing is I'm putting up the finances. You guys choose what he does.
I mean, I don't want to be a part of it because I could get fired. So it's like hazing. So I'm just here moderating the discussion. Okay. Yeah. I was already hazed by Steven and Ryan.
Yeah. So Steven and Ryan. So that's
Hey, they're going to put up their $200 too, right?
No. No.
I'm sorry.
Don't spray him. I'm doing.
All right. So we're leaving it as potentially you'll do the Friar cut tomorrow in the morning.
In the morning on the show, right over there.
And you're going to keep it throughout the game, a whole week.
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to see me because I'm going to Atlanta, but I'll keep it.
You're gonna wear that to Atlanta.
He's not. He's gonna shave it all off. He's gonna do it.
All that matters is I get the cut tomorrow morning,
and I need pics throughout your trip.
Yeah. Now that would be. Now look, you can't go and get this, and then later that day go and get the rest of it.
Okay, hold on. So here's the stipulation: You have to have a picture of you in the Atlanta airport with the
I want to
haircut.
see you in the stadium in Atlanta with it.
I'm not going for like a game or anything.
Oh, what are you going for?
I'm going to visit my mom.
Okay.
Oh.
So this is where I think we do need to draw some lines here, because I have been a part of many a hazing incidents, quite frankly, because back when the Army was hard, but I say that you have to keep the haircut all the way through to where you get a picture at the Atlanta airport so we know you took it all the way on the plane.
My flight's on Monday.
A picture on the plane without a hat on, but then you can get a haircut before you go see mom. Don't scare your mother.
Here's what we'll do. I will give you half
now.
Half when the haircut happens, and then the other half
when you get back.
When we get that picture from Atlanta.
Here's another suggestion. When you come back,
I leave on Monday, come back the following Monday.
Oh, so you won't.
So here's my recommendation as your boss. I wouldn't do it, but I hope you do. But I wouldn't do it. In fact, I'm encouraging you not to do it, but you see the money right there.
Hey, I tell you what.
I think the Costanza would.
It's just that I'm so due for a haircut, like I might as well.
That's not a haircut, bro.
It is.
That's a lifestyle change.
I apologize to our YouTube audience. We've spent 40 minutes, and I think people are glued to it, believe it or not. So
yeah, I mean,
there's still 300 people watching this.
Hey, there you go. But yeah, what does anyone have a suggestion of what he should do?
I'm thinking tomorrow, 8:30, right over there. Put a tarp down. Put me in a chair.
I don't think we're doing it in this segment, in the studio. Sorry.
That's okay. Then it just won't happen.
We can do it in Brandon's office. All right, that's going to do it for TexAgs Live here on a Thursday. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you guys mañana with Billy Liucci, Kelly in Vegas, SEC Mike, and Joni Taylor. We'll see you then.